See if I'm live on here yet.
Mine just popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, propose.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You're grown folks, like you.
How come I ain't moving?
Okay, hold on.
I don't see it.
Once you get up to this level, what level?
In the left.
Wait, why all the way down there? You ain't put me halfway up there?
Yeah.
Grown folks. We go, well,
All the way down
Yeah, they catching hands in the back. Shabbat shalom, y'all. Excuse us for going a little late. Excuse us for coming a little late. Which light is that? That's real bright. Is that that one? Gotta be that one. Yeah. Let's get to it. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Sorry about us being a little late. Our daughters had to get it in tonight, getting their little practices on for Passover and Purim, planning and everything. So we live. Make sure y'all do me a favor and share everything. All right. Let me go ahead and get ready to share this out on social media real quick. Y'all pull on in. See over my shoulder, Papa Mally. All right, so let me share this. All right, so I got that on Facebook, Bing, and on Twitter. Real quick. Facebook, Bing, and on Twitter. Turn your thing down. All right, send this out to the group. Hebrews camp. All right, shalom, shalom, everybody. Go ahead and see what we got. Got 31 in. Shalom. We got the Minister of Legal in the building. Got Marcus Israel. Shalom. We got Iris. 2VI. What it do, bro? We got the Act. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Queen thing. Shalom. See, bro, I gotta give you a call. I never did get a chance to call you back. So forgive your brother. I had talked to your husband not that long ago. Shalom Raven. We got UPS Israel, United Postal Service Israelites. You ain't nothing but a mail and a postcard away. All right. All right, y'all know what it is tonight, man. We'll go ahead and talk a little bit about this Valentine's Day. Got our people all booed up and out here. They done pre-spent their tax money and went and brought a ring, and the woman leaving in a week. You know what I'm saying? And, makes no sense to me, man. I really don't get it. You take a day that has no type of Afrocentric origins, all pagan origins, messy origins, and we just grab on to it and run with it like, it's ours. But the Bible says you can't take a unclean thing and make it clean. And warn to people they call bitter sweet and sweet bitter. Right? So we're gonna do a little history lesson on Valentine's Day. It's like Black history, because this ain't Black history. So why y'all keeping it? And Black history is everyday history. Shalom, Shemaiah. Shemuel, DD, you in the building, Anaya, Bobby Davis, Mina J, Shalom, Shebrew. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Valentine's Day. We're gonna hit some scriptures, because guess what else is going on tonight? Outside of everybody out here and went, spent their tax return in advance on this. And when they got that $6,000 advance from HR Bach, and you know what I'm saying, that little loan you get. She said, I ain't get mine. Owe me some kids, I get it for you right now. All my children grown, boy. I don't see them big checks no more. And then on top of that, what else you think they doing tonight, y'all? Where everybody at? They probably over at that console over at the Shavers. So they buying, selling, and trading on the Shabbat. Oh man.
Enjoying it, which is good.
Oh man. Over there getting that pleasure. Everybody got that boo-boo mind. So when they get ready to go home, they're gonna probably go eat. Then where else they probably going? Hit the club, or where else you think they probably going? Hitting that bedroom before it's over with. So it's sex on the Sabbath. Oh my God, boy. You see how the devil got y'all all caught up? So y'all done pre-spent your tax money for your boo thing, your other thing, but y'all mad at me about polygyny. You going around and get your mistress something, your other girl something, in hopes that you have a early male organ Christmas. Hopefully you have a male organ celebration tonight. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna speak to Mikha'el, you brother. Woo! Go get some of that wolf. Go get some of that ow. So yeah, man, listen. You have to understand how Satan is. Not only do he get you to do something, he gets you to go all the way in wickedness, right? So not only you done went and spent all your money or some of your money, then you sitting there trying to trick and treat everybody. Then you done bought and selling and trade, you gonna take it out to eat and wine and dine, you buying roses. Remember, roses is the same as thorns and thistles. So you sitting there cheating of the sin, committing sin. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna try to take it home and have your way with her. So you can have you a royal man holiday with your Lord member. And I can imagine the Lord sitting there like, oh, we're gonna read this Ezra's for you, man, because remember Ezra had a vision of what that end was gonna be in them torments. Wait till you see what the torment is for those who had their way with the women on the Lord's day. Woo! Boy, make you put your rod back up, boy, and bring them out tomorrow. Baby, I get you tomorrow after the sun go down. You know what I'm saying? For me, it'd be according to the truth. So, all right, y'all, we're going to get started. We're going to just pray because we late. We're going to read Psalms chapter 5. We're going to bring that out. Then we're going to jump right on into class, man, and have fun and chop it with each other because y'all could be anywhere tonight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be out with y'all women or women, or picked up the one in the morning, got the other one at lunchtime, and then met the other one for dinner. You know how some of y'all try to play it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, don't go buy that Valentine's candy either because it was made for Valentine's Day. Just like Easter candy. You ain't go buy the Easter candy when it goes on sale tomorrow. Why? Because it was purpose for what? All right. So whoever you yield your members to is who you what? Who you serve. Hey, let that stuff be, man. Candy is always candy. You should have bought it days before. Like you want to get your drink on before the Shabbat, you hit that liquor store, don't you? Boom, boom. All right, y'all. Let me hit this. I'm sure we live. All right, Rock. Psalms chapter 5 with the Most High submission. Give us that old school outside voice you had, boy.
Psalms 5, verse 1. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my power. For unto thee will I pray. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. For thou art not a power that hath pleasure in wickedness.
Woo.
Neither shall evil dwell with thee.
Woo.
The foolish shall stand in the sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing the Lord, with abhor the blood and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy.
That's right.
And in thou fear will I worship toward thy holy temple. Lead me, O Lord, in the righteousness because of my enemies. Make thy way straight before my face. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth.
Woo.
An inward part is very wickedness.
Mm.
Their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. Destroy thou them, O Yah. Woo. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee.
That's right.
For thou, Lord, will bless the righteous with favor, with thou compasseth him with a shield. Hallelujah! Say that! Yahoo!
All praises. All praise. I thought that was an excellent psalm to come on home in. Go ahead and put that in the room. Might be one of them psalms we hit at the end again. Because that psalm also, fit the lesson, man. People's mouths are open sepulchre, because they'll be in church coming this Sunday. I love the Lord. I bet you ain't love the Lord as much you loved your woman on Saturday and Friday. Psalms 5. All right. Yeah, man. But peep out some of those key scriptures in that Psalms chapter 5, y'all. Like, look at verse 4 and 5. For thou art not a Elohim that has pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. So you can't have your mouth in one moment saying, I love the Lord. You committing and doing iniquity and think that he's dwelling with you, right? Verse 5, the foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity, which is law breaking. So we know that God hates the sinner, the sin and the sinner. So don't let everybody keep running it. God loves everybody. He loves me no matter what I do. I swear he do. I swear he don't, not according to his word. What's that, KJ, VA, Bible Online? I'm pretty sure we're going to be going there. And what's the other one called that we be looking at, Mal? We get the definitions. Blue letter. There you go. All right, blue letter. All right. So we should be together. All right, y'all. So we're going to jump right on in. So first what I'm going to do, I made a post on Facebook earlier, so I'm going to see if I can get it to fit to this screen. Oh, there it is. Share screen. Click on it. All right. So we're going to journey to Nehemiah's post this morning. It should be public on my page, yeah. That's the reason I was able to pull it up on Facebook. I just hate the way it looks right here, but. All right, Rock, what you got for me? Like doing a little reading, brother?
Isaiah 58.
Yeah, we're going to start with that Isaiah 58 first. Just to give them a foundation about doing pleasure, because instead of sitting here trying to wine and dine your woman, breaking almost every law on the Bible at this point, you see what I'm saying? You sit here having your own pleasure so you can take her home and get some flesh. Then you're going to be unclean for the Shabbat. Some of y'all going to try to come walking up in here tomorrow on the download and been on some Valentine's Day date. Hey, it's real, y'all. Y'all catch these Israelites out here keeping this stuff on the low. I'm talking for real. I hope not either, but you know, I have to give a yay where a yay is.
We've seen it.
We've really done seen
We've
it.
seen it.
We done seen them sneak and
They will
do.
come up with every excuse under the sun.
Well, I just don't believe that.
I mean, you take out any other day.
Not today. Yeah, no, not today.
This is the day the Lord has made. Yeah, this is his holy day. We're going to read about that. All right, Rock. So we're going to Isaiah 58. Let me go ahead and get there first.
Isaiah 58 and 13.
Hold on, bro. Let me go ahead and get there for the assembly. And where we at?
Quick math.
It what?
Go there, quick math. Everybody search for it. Quick.
Quick math. All
You
right.
see it?
I just saw
Bing,
it.
bing, bing.
Oh, this new for me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this is what y'all keep be doing. All right, so we'll go on verse 13. All right. Isaiah 58, 13. Go ahead and read out.
If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day,
Doing thou what?
thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own ways,
Not doing their own what?
their own ways.
Valentine's Day. Not doing their own ways.
Right.
What about concerts? No. Buy, selling, and trading. Getting hotel rooms. Going to buy condoms. Some of y'all ain't even wearing those. But you getting supposed to anyway. Going to get you some blunt wraps. Finna hit up the dope man. Get you a couple of pills. Get you some weed. Some of y'all running that boy. Everything. You're doing all your own pleasures on the Lord's holy day. Keep going.
Not doing thy own ways, nor findeth thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words. Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord.
Right.
And I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob, thy father. For the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it.
For the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. So you understand that this is also prophetic, right? Because if you walk in the way of the Lord, do his will, then you get the reward of Jacob. Why? That means you get to go back home, you get to inherit the land, and then he'll give you cities to run. Just like in the parable. When the man did what he's supposed to do, he came back with tenfold what Christ had gave him. He gave him 10 cities to run. You see what I'm saying? So this is also prophetic when you look at it. You're going to get those high places in the earth. You see what I'm saying? You will gain the heritage of your father Jacob, which is to return back home and take possession of the land, right? And the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. So who's going to turn it back once the Lord spoke? Can't nobody turn to it, right? You can't turn away from it once the Lord spoke it. So, we're going to start. Let's go up and check this Valentine's Day. Let's go ahead and break on down on some. I sent it to you in the text. You should have it. I can follow them on my screen. It starts with the Valentine's Day, the 14th day of February was a pagan holiday.
Valentine's Day, the 14th day of February, was a pagan holiday.
Was a what?
A pagan holiday.
We can stop right there. Should we be keeping pagan holidays? Okay. Let's find out what part made it pagan. Let's get it.
Which honored Juno. Juno was the queen of Rome, of the Roman gods,
Ooh.
as well as the goddess of women and marriage.
Because everybody's going to be out here trying to make whoopee tonight. Making bonds and marriage. They don't even know that they make it. You see what I'm saying? So if February the 14th is set aside for Juno, so now you have a god, you have a culture, Roman, right? A god, and the god of what? Women and marriage. What you think February the 14th is mainly about? Vaginal pleasing. Trying to make the woman happy. Sending her flowers and candy to work. Trying to show off in front of her friends. She walking around in red all day. Scarlet. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
Studies have shown that homosexuality, orgies, and sex.
What? No. Read that again. You missed a word.
Studies have shown that homosexuality, orgies, anal sex.
Boy. Oh, sodomite, boy. You going into recompense areas. Areas made for the drought. Can babies come from anal sex? Why is you sticking your covenant member, sending the seed of Abraham into the boo-boo? All right. Because people need to visualize that.
They call it the tunnels of Typhon.
The tunnels of Typhon.
That's an Illuminati ritual.
That's an Illuminati ritual. But it makes sense. I mean, in carnality,
Spread eagle.
spreads the eagle. It's eagle on is what Nelly used to call it. But listen, and listen, you know, man is drawn into that run. But listen, it was not made for that. You see what I'm saying? You were made to lay your covenant into your woman and lay your seed there where it can take root. You know what I'm saying? When you think about that, God made a covenant with Abraham and his seed. That's his sperm, right? He made a covenant with Noah and his what? His sperm. Why is you putting the covenant of God into some place and then putting the covenant of God in the seed into a place it was never meant to go? And when you think about what that place really is, come on, man. That means you're literally boo-booing on the covenant of God.
It's the exit.
It's the exit. I'm calling it the drought, trying to be politically correct.
Hey, you know what? That's powerful, though. Because there's a leader of an Israelite group. There's a leader of an Israelite group.
Hold on, Maddie,
There's a leader of an Israelite group that actually teach that it's okay for a husband to and his, I ain't gonna say his words, but to penetrate that part of his wife.
Oh, you probably one of those. The marriage bill ain't undefiled.
Yeah, I mean they gonna use that, but you know, so the one Negro claim he's second under Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
I heard that.
And the one Negro claim he's second under Christ. He's the leader over the nation of Israel. He teaches that do it in the butt.
Do it in the butt.
Those were his words about a man and his wife.
You know, that wouldn't even make sense. Look. Now those sperm cells, right, or the seed and the prodigy of Abraham and the covenant and the promise, right? Now, if they looking for fallopian tubes and eggs, and they run across a big old mountain of brown poo-poo, what you think them babies in there doing? Get me out of here, this shit stink. I'm just saying, man, y'all got to get this together. You can't make this up. So on this day, the goddess of women and marriage, right? Now you're dealing with homosexuality, you're dealing with orgies, you're dealing with anal sex. What else you doing?
Wife swap.
What was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah? Wife swapping. They would all go down to this little lake and they would switch their daughters and their wives and have all kinds of sexual favors. Could you imagine walking down with your daughters? Y'all got daughters, you got daughters. Could you imagine walking down with your daughters? Your man going with you, your husband walking down, seeing another man. Hey, you take that and I take yours.
Swap for a whole week.
Swap.
See y'all back here next week.
I see y'all back. See how wicked that is? Keep going, bro.
What did y'all see Snoop Dogg's son?
Oh man, Snoop Dogg's son.
You see Snoop came out with his apology today.
Yeah.
No, Gail came.
Yeah, Gail.
Because they know, like, look, these cats and get out here and say, all right, this is what it is, right? And then say, oh, I apologize.
Because they know they got something on you.
Being idle in speech. I said what I said and I meant it. You don't see the prophets in them apologizing for what they said. You don't see Christ apologizing for what he said.
Because Israel was off.
But see, they know, he knew that they got something on him. Don't forget, Snoop said he sold his soul to the devil.
Murder was the case, yeah.
Don't forget that. So when he finally come out and apologize, I'm not surprised. Boy, they got that boy's son.
Boy, got earrings on,
woman,
flower dress, sitting there looking at on Instagram.
Snoop's son.
Google it, y'all. Snoop's son wearing earrings and a dress.
It was in the Daily Mail.
Yeah. You can't make this up, y'all. And see, and listen, that's why you have to let yourself go and forgive yourself. And if you, hey, what you was is what you was. Like Yaqub made his confession. I've been made mine. Brothers are making theirs every day. Listen, I'm free. I'm not going to let you hold my past to my present because I already know what I'm aiming for in my future. I'm not going to let you hold my past to my present because I know what I'm aiming for in my what? In my future. If you're going to be holding on to my past, judging me in my present, then you ain't worthy of my what? Future. You see?
You wait them sons.
Yeah, all them sons.
Going down.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you Will Smith's son. I'm gonna tell you for on the record. I love all my children, but no matter what role they play in life, it does not define me because the Bible says what? That I should not bear the sins of the son, nor does the son bear the sins of who? The father. Meaning if I go commit, now we're because of generational curses, you have to be wise to understand what that means. So if I commit an adulterous act which is worthy of death, you can't kill my son for adultery. That makes sense. If I commit murder and I'm worthy of death, you can't go kill my son for that murder I committed. The son cannot bear the sins of the father. Now we're here because of generational curses of the sins, because those sins defile not just Israel as a whole, it defiles the land, right? That's why the Most High said when I put you up out of there,
People said it though.
yeah,
Our Father said, let the
curses be upon our children when they kill Christ. Yeah.
That's why I said Dwayne Wade happy with his son being.
Yeah.
What's that one? What's the dude with that? What's the dude with Gabriel Union?
Yeah, that's Dwayne Wade.
Oh, see, I don't watch sports, so I just yeah.
I heard his son whose name was Zion.
Zaire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I read a little something, man, but I can't even get into them articles too heavy, man. It throws me off. You see what I'm saying?
But it shows you the wickedness that we wrestle with in high places too, though.
Like right now, they're trying to recriminalize polygynous marriages in Utah again. Pastor Dow just talked about that earlier, right? Because in Utah, you can get married, in polygynous marriages, right? And whatever you get married in one state is honor and all. Like if you go to Vegas and get married, you consider married still here, right? So they have to recriminalize it and understand when immorality goes up, everything that's moral going to get shut what? I understand. But you don't need them to verify anything. Did you need America to lay with your woman? Did you need America to make children with your woman? Did you need America to move in with your woman? Or where she should be moving in with you? You see what I'm saying? So you don't need America to validate anything. Walk in the scriptures like we read in this Psalms chapter 5, right? Read, understand, walk, and make it yours. This is your walk. This is your covenant. The world will not love the way you walk because you are not of the world, right? Because if you was of the world, homosexuality is good now. Orgies is the thing. It ain't no fun if your homie ain't getting on, especially if y'all together. Sharing her front and back, and then she got her home girls. You see what I'm saying? Anal sex. We know that's a thing. That's always been a thing. Wife swapping, that's a thing, because they call them swingers today. Pedophilia. That's what's that thing, that website, them things, the National something loving boys or whatever. NAMBLA.
North American Men and Boys Love Association.
Pedophilia is coming out, y'all. And all types of sexual exploitations were the culture and the customs of the Greeks and the Romans. Is these Negroes, Greeks, and Romans just celebrating Valentine's Day today? Even if you don't believe you Israel, Negro, you are not Greek or Roman. You are not Eurocentric. Cupid is known as the what? Love God. And the goddess of Aphrodite, or Aphrodite with Pan, the god of wood. So it's very clear this is a pagan holiday. We have Juno, we have Cupid, we have Aphrodite, we have Pan, we have all the sexual immoralities that even Christ said when he was reading in Romans 1 that Paul was talking about is even worthy of death. You see what I'm saying? in the New Testament. Now, there's a difference between Valentine's Day and then there's a Saint Valentine's Day. I don't know if people ever tripped off of that. So let's read about Saint Valentine's Day. You ready for that, Rock? We have one.
February is the month of love magic and ancient pagan sex rituals.
Ooh.
So why is it named after Christian saint? Explore the following information to find out more about Saint Valentine's Day and its pagan origins. The origin of this holiday for the expression of the love really isn't romantic at all.
You don't say.
And at least not in the traditional sense.
Now look, you can look this stuff up. Father Frank, go ahead.
Father Frank of O'Gara of
White Friars
Street Church in Dublin, Ireland.
So you knew when you heard friar, you knew this was definitely over there in Ireland. Because they always use the words friar.
Tells the real story of the man behind the holiday, Saint Valentine.
From the church's perspective. Because notice what it said in the beginning. Its origins is pagan sex rituals. But he's trying to let you know, how did it get a saint name? All right, go ahead.
He was a Roman priest.
There it go again. Greek and Rome. So he was a Roman priest. Yes.
At a time when there was an emperor called Claudius. Who persecuted the church at the particular time. Father O'Gara explains he also had an edict that prohibited the marriage of young people. So
this was what? I'm going to give the script, forbidden marriage. This is the goddess of marriage. And this man, Emperor Claudius, was raging war on the church. So what you think the Roman priest going to try to do? Let's find out.
This was based on the hypothesis that unmarried soldiers fought better than married soldiers because married soldiers may be afraid of what might happen to them or their wives or family if they die.
So he knew about the morale aspect. That's what he was talking about. Go ahead.
I think we must bear in mind that it was a very permissive society in which Valentine lived, says Father O'Gara. Polygamy would have been much more popular than just one woman and one man living together.
Ooh.
And yet some of them seemed to be attracted to the Christian faith. But obviously the church thought that marriage was very sacred between one man and one woman for their life, and that it was to be encouraged. And so it immediately presented the problem to the Christian church of what to do about this. The idea of encouraging them to marry within the Christian church was what Valentine was about. And he secretly married them because of the etiquette. Valentine was eventually caught.
He was what?
Eventually caught.
Because he was trying to marry. Remember, he's a Roman priest dealing with Juno, right? Juno is a goddess, and it's a goddess of what? Marriage, right? And women. So you see what's going on? So he was secretly marrying while this Emperor Glabius was raging war against the church. Claudius, thank you. Claudius. So go ahead.
Valentine was eventually caught, imprisoned, and tortured for performing marriages ceremonies against command of Emperor Claudius II. There are legends surrounding Valentine's actions while in prison. One of the men who was to judge him in line with the Rome law at the time was a man called Asterius, whose daughter was blind. he was supposed to have prayed with and healed the young girl with such astonishing effect that Asterius himself became Christian as a result. In the year 269 AD, Valentine was sentenced to a three-part execution.
He was sentenced to what?
A three-part execution.
Check this out, y'all.
Of a beating, stoning, and finally decapitation, all because of his stand for Christian marriage.
Read this little comment I put at the end.
Enjoy your non-lovers, pagan day of death, unholy day.
You catch what happened? Wherever you got us dealing with any of this, if it's death for them, what you think is for us what I got? So this man for marrying, right? This right here, now this is like, oh, this is 269 AD, so this is long after the pagan part, but it's because it told you its origins is pagan. But this is the man who, the saint, because it was also called Saint Patrick's Day. Today you don't call it that no more if you trip off of it. You usually on it. Some people still call it Saint Patrick's Day. I mean Saint Valentine's Day. Thank you. Well, I said it wrong. Yeah. I'm sorry. You ain't no pagan though. You all right? Now here go the one a lot of us familiar with, that Lupercalia. That's the one we're finna read now. The pagan origins of a popular Christian festival. Now, mind you, this is all after Juno. Juno was the first one. And then see how these pagan origins keep creeping into the church. Just keep creeping into the church. Or being disambiguous. All right, so number 2, pagan origins of a popular Christian festival. Let's get it.
As an estimated 1 billion cards are exchanged this St. Valentine's Day, spare a thought for the ancient pagan custom that the Catholic Church has tried to hide from you. For St. Valentine's Day is the eve of
Lupercalia,
the pagan Roman festival of fertility.
Oh, everybody want to be humping around, huh? Everybody want to be humping around, huh? Y'all don't see and listen, you could tell because remember we always teach y'all what happens above happens below, right? So understand this is a spiritual holiday where these demons, right, and these devils and these pagans, right, are sitting there influencing man. What you think they enforce them to do? Orgies, homosexual, anals, orgies. You catch what I'm saying? Marriages and all that. You know what I'm saying? All these things. The fertility, sex drive is high. And it's all about aiming to please the woman to get what? Some flesh. But this the killer part. Now you're doing it today, you know, because I'm dealing with today. Now you're doing it all on the Shabbat. How much sin are you adding to sin? How far you gonna keep going with this against your God? Even those undercover Israelites that are doing it. Now, some of you know y'all done brought y'all gals something today. Say, I don't think God would be upset with this. I know what I'm intending it for. You can't play it like that, Israel. Let it be what it is. If it's wicked, it's wicked. If you did it under the banner of Valentine's Day, it was wicked. I love you enough to tell you the truth. All right, keep going, bro.
Love is a lottery. In fact, the 14th of February was the day of specially set aside for love lottery in pagan Rome. A holiday devoted to Juno, queen of the gods.
There go again. There go Juno. So we see we ain't making this up. Now this is all the way past. We went from the origin to St. Valentine, right? St. Patrick was wicked too. I talk about him in March. He was wicked too. So St. Vincent, right? Now we into the part where it crept all the way in the church now. Cards are being sent out. Candy is being observed. Churches are keeping it. Don't let it fall on Sunday. They up in there kicking it on Sunday on Valentine's Day. Everybody in red and clothes and doing their whole thing, walking them fake women like they in a pageant or something. They even sinning on they Sabbath. Me and DeMonica was talking about, Dee Dee was talking about that. Remember that? Y'all don't even keep y'all own Sabbath. Hey, look, my sister said, she made a post. She was mad because it was me, her, and Soraya went out to eat, right? And we couldn't get nothing to eat because all the Sunday church folk in the dang on restaurants. He like, bro, y'all don't even keep y'all own Sabbath right. Y'all are here spending all the money on y'all Sabbath. Y'all don't even keep y'all Sabbath right. We had to sneak over the canes, and we still barely got in there good. Over there, and what's that place? Sweetie Pies. They bring out big old pigs on the rotisserie. What? Oh man, I was there that day. They brought that out there. They had a film crew in there. They brought the pig out on the spike. I said, up. Time to leave. I've never been back. And the food ain't good at all anyway. It really ain't. It's Oprah friendly. That pagan Lupercalia coon. I wish I was white growing up. You can't make this up, man. Love is a lottery. In fact, the 14th of February was a day specially set aside for love lotteries in pagan Rome. Why? They was having orgies, wife swapping. Makes sense to have love lotteries, right? Keep going, bro.
A holiday devoted to Juno, queen of the gods, and patroness of marriage. The 14th was also the day on which young girls' names were written on slips of paper and thrown into jars to be picked out by the boys.
Stop. Tell me how many times y'all did that yourselves growing up. Y'all actually mimicked that. Come on, man. Nobody did that. Nobody used to put your name in jars and pick out so who you getting the Valentine's Day gift for. Yeah, in school you did that. And listen, unknowingly you was being groomed to keep the very pagan ritual that they kept in ancient times. That's why I say who you hear. See, you cannot halfway play this. As children, you were being groomed to be pagans, even on an educational level. When in any curriculum, Valentine's Day, Christmas, all these pagan holidays is not on the curriculum as a must learn to acquire your diploma.
It's funny because you used to be one of the fine girls.
Be mad when you get Wilhelmina. Got Wilhelmina. I got you, girl. You gonna go get her a bowl wrapped with a bow. And then y'all was some evil kids too, boy. Y'all, you gave them a little sour candy if you ain't like them. If you like them, you gave them a little sweet candy with the little heart that had "I love you" written on it. Amen. Amen. Look, this is why it's important for us to be on top of what our kids get. And it might seem cruel. And listen, the worst thing a parent can always say when they allow their kids to start partaking and stuff, well, it's just for the kids. It's always been about the kid. Listen, you just read what? The young girls. What happens with Easter? Babies are killed. Eggs rolled in blood. What happens on Halloween? Babies are killed. The fat of the babies make the candle, put them in their skull, and that's your jack-o'-lantern. It's always been about the babies. You see what I'm saying? So stop letting your babies, and I'm talking to y'all Israelites, known and unknown, but especially y'all who know, you have to be the hammer in your child life. You see what I'm saying? You are the buffer between them and all our hell. That's why it says train the child up, not instruct, not be friendly, not be cool, not be buddies, not raise. Train a child. I know that sounds hard. Sit, stand, walk, go, get up, get down, go lay down, wake up, put the trash up. Boy, you know what I'm saying? For real. Hey, look, my children today, hey, look, situations, you hear me? He was very abusive. Like, he didn't beat us, but he was just so mean. Yes. Yes, I was. I was not a friendly father. And this is my motto, I'm not your friend. I can't be your friend. We can be friendly, friend-like, but we ain't finna, you know what I'm saying, we'll get on some gals and have orgies, and you tell me about your sexual escapades, and I tell you about mine, and no, we ain't doing none of that, bro.
But just what you said, I mean, it just made me think about what we was talking about last week. That just how you train a child, that's how you train Satan. See what I'm saying? Tell them, sit, go.
Get thee behind me.
Get thee behind me.
Flat out.
Yeah.
That's serious.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be at war with it, not finding the loopholes.
And you're not his friend.
Well, technically, he didn't bring a card home, but you let him go to school and observe it. You actually had a power to say, put my children out the class, and that's what you're going to teach. Matter of fact, go to the school and tell them that you refuse for this to be taught. It's not curriculum. I fought all these fights, y'all. When now it's a little more easy, I fought all of them. Pork was in school when I was in school and my children were in school. Pledge of Allegiance was said every day in school. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Imagine me with my whole tribe sitting down. Babe, did we ever stand up for them Pledge of Allegiance at graduations? No. None of that. Now, Jay-Z did, everybody notice it. I've been doing that sit down. All right, let's go eat. Go ahead, Didi.
But you know, now the schools are changing the names to like different, they'll change it from Valentine's Day to Friendship Day. I kept my daughter home.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be, the teacher came to me.
And hold on, say that again. That's the other option. Keep your child at home that day.
Change it home, keep it home. They changed the name to Friendship Day because I already talked to administration, like my daughter participated in this. So the teacher came and was like, well, you know, we're going to have Friendship Day. It's going to be on the 13th. It's going to be, you know, friendship. It's not going to be Valentine's. I'm like, Isabella, stay home. So they'll change the name, so don't be fooled by the name changes or the date changes.
Yeah, like trunk or treat. Xmas instead of Christmas. We took Christ out. It's good to keep now. Really, you still got the tree, the wreath, and all that, and the mistletoe.
Change the name on the date. The spirit.
It's the spirit that, there you go, sister. It's the spirit that you're moving in. All right, go ahead, Rock. Slips of paper thrown into a jar and picked out by the boys.
Choosers and chosen.
Choosers and chosen.
Would then be partnered for the duration of the
Lupercalia
festival. Such arbitrary pairing often resulted in lasting relationships. The Catholic Church later substituted the names of the dead saints in place of those of flesh and blood girls to subvert the lusty pagan practices.
And y'all know that's true, right? How is that true? How do you sell anything that you want to sell on TV now? Remember, it's a three-letter word. We say, what sells? Sex sells. You want to sell something, you make it sexy. Okay. So if you want to sell something, you make it sexy. You put a fine woman on it. You know what I'm talking about? Whether it's a couch. They got that new little car commercial, right? Where they try to get you to do a car loan. And they got that little white girl like this little cape on. I'm like, what? I'm already super broke. I'm not being super Betty or Becky. Well, the glasses on, the little teeth white and stuff, y'all like this. Man, bro. How many people went down there and applied for a loan? Bro, car title max, all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? From the way they sell you a hamburger, clothes. You see what I'm saying? It's a sexual enticement. Everything is catered to your lust and your flesh. That's how you know it can't be right. You're supposed to be fighting against the flesh. Paul talked about that. I'm at war daily. All right, so the Lupercalia proper began on the 15th. That's after the day of the lottery, right? With animal sacrifices and ritual flagellation. How much more pagan ritual is that? There's a sacrifice now. There's gods, pagans, and listen, and you over flexing. You see what I'm saying? after slaughtering a goat and dog. So you got a righteous sacrifice. Well, it ain't righteous, but you got righteous meat and an unlawful meat, right? Dog. In the sacrifice grotto of the she-wolf who suckled the legendary founders of Rome. So when you see that wolf with the multiple titties and the little boy sucking on them, now you know what it means. Y'all didn't know that? You ever see that picture of that dog wolf? It's a statue. Let me see if I can Google that real quick. Y'all, I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff up. If I could, I would. No, I wouldn't. Spell Lupercalia. It's right there. All right, here we go. Let me see. I need to type some more words. I'm just typing words, y'all. Dang. Here it go. You got the dogs doing it. Y'all see it right here? Yeah. That's your pagan Lupercalia. Read that one line again about the founders of Rome. You just read it in that one sentence. I can go back. Well, actually, I was reading it. Yeah. It says the Lupercalia probably began after the slaughter of the goat and the dog. You see it? All right, so I'm going to go back, and you go ahead and read that.
Pauper began on the 15th of February with animal sacrifice
Uh-huh.
and ritual flagellation. After slaughtering a goat and a dog in the sacred
They called it sacred.
grotto of the she-wolf who suckled the legendary founders of Rome. The young man would run through the streets whipping women and crops with the flayed hide of the goat to promote fertility. Or college, what's it?
I gotta get back to it. I'm on there now. We have that archaeological
Evidence
suggests
suggests that the Lupercalia, far from being restricted to Rome, was practiced to another city in Italy
in Gaul.
Dating from remotest
Antiquity. So you see, this goes way back. So it tells you, listen, dating from the remotest, furthest back antiquity, the Lupercalia was celebrated until as late as the reign of Anastasius the First in 491 to 518 CE or Common Era. It was toward the end of the 5th century in 498 CE that Pope Glacius, well, he's always wrong, ain't it, decided to dedicate the eve of Lupercalia to the long dead priest who? Saint Valentine. The lottery system was banned being unchristian, and the Pope did his best to make people forget about the unchristian ideal, such as fertility. Mating season, right? Almost through winter, coming up on spring, boy, you're starting to feel yourselves. Tonight, boy, it's gonna be mattress, all on the Shabbat, all kind of unclean acts. Everybody in the VD clinic on Tuesday, mad at that mug ain't open on Monday. I burn it. It's so. Mating season. You want to hit that one, right?
However, the pagan principles of the people proved irresistible.
And that's the thing, problem with church. See, it's like we always say, like, look, man, what we always say, man, take a stand. They'll respect you for it. And it ain't gonna be favorable by the world, man. You have to take a stand, y'all. But see, what the church tries to always do is what? make the people happy. That's why T.D. Jakes sit there and talk good about homosexualities, and your boy Joe Osteen. See, they don't tell you what thus say the Lord. They tell you what thus says the people. And I can give a about what the people think, what the Lord says. So, however, the pagan principles of the people proved what? Irresistible memories of the Roman Lupercalia, combined with folklore, beliefs in Britain and in France. Watch this, that the 14th of February marked the beginning of mating season among the birds to ensure that the day would persist to be popular imagination as the day of love. And here it is from 1400, 15th century, all the way to the 21st century. And brothers and sisters still are fooled by this day. It's crazy when you got all this information in your phone. And all you gotta do is say, okay, Google or Siri. See, my phone just popped on when I said, okay, Google. And this the killer part. You don't even have to go research or like go actually and go into a log. I mean, you go to the library, pull out the catalog, look through the log, the filing systems, walk through the aisles, look for the number, actually grab the book, open the page, and have to read a little bit to find it. It's even easier now. And you can't even get it together. So the oldest extant Valentine message in the poem was written by Charles, Duke of New Orleans, the Duke of Orleans, in 1415 to his wife. He had a good reason to write. He was imprisoned in the Tower of London after being captured at the Battle of Agincourt. It proved a popular idea, and some years later, it was believed that Henry V hired John Lydgate to compose a Valentine missive to Catherine of Valois. You see what I'm saying? So all this stuff, these are little pictures I put y'all. This how your boy Nehemiah look. Boy, you keep it coming toward me, boy, hey, you better get the back. Put a gun in his head, you And listen, why you wonder why so many breakups during this Valentine's? Because St. Valentine's Day was killed for it. How many ways? 3 ways. Stoned, beaten, and what? Decapitated. And wonder why your Valentine's days and your boo-boo that you had on Valentine's Day is what? Unsuccessful. So again, y'all consider and keep entertaining all these pagan ritual holidays, partaking in and yielding your members to it at all. Let's do a little bit of topics on that sex on the Sabbath. You got that Jubilees? All right, y'all. We finna go to Jubilees. Let's see if I can find it. Jubilees. See if I can Google it for it. Jubilee chapter 50.
Jubilee, hold on.
Chapter 50.
Verse 7.
We're gonna go to verse 7 through 11. And I got it right here on the screen. Can you see it on the screen, Didi? The book of Jubilees. So I want you to think we should start with that. Now we're gonna hit the Ezra last book. I want to hear what happens if you do it, what they do to you, and then we're gonna go and see what happens in the afterlife when you do it. So this death, you sexing on the Sabbath follows you into the afterlife. Hey, look, as much sin as we commit, y'all, don't let Valentine's Day, sex on the Sabbath, buying, selling, becoming a drunkard, all that on the Shabbat be the reason why you get the eternal fire. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let that, hey, total about. Don't let that be the reason why you eternally burn. So we ready for this? Jubilees chapter 50. So start at verse 7.
6 days shalt thou labor. But on the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord your power.
So we understand that, right? Everybody that's a Sabbath keeper here understand that. 6 days labor, Sabbath day rest. It's the Sabbath of the Lord. All right, go ahead.
In it ye shall do no manner of work. Ye and your sons, and your men servants, and your maid servants, and all your cattle that sojourn also who is with.
So listen, did you hear what's being said in Jubilees? So not only you not supposed to do no work, your children don't do no work, your servants don't do no work. Guess this, and your animals don't even do no work, right? And if you understand the Sabbath laws in the Bible, even the land get a Sabbath rest. Every 7 years, you give the land a Sabbath rest. You see what I'm saying? So nothing is supposed to work on Sabbath. What you think sex is? Ain't sex work? Sex ain't work? Everybody quiet. But no, she says it all depends. But all right, so look, hold on. So let's check it out. So we know it's pleasure. So if it ain't work, then it's pleasure, right? So I got a question, right? So if it ain't work, then you saying it has to be pleasure, right? So it should be pleasure. And listen, though most people break out in the sweat, I know there'll be some sweating going on though. That's laboring, ain't it? Oh, I'm sorry. My sister like this is uncomfortable. Verse 8. But for real, y'all, we need to have these real talks. Because while everybody out there doing their thing, thank God that you at home getting a piece of the word, not Nehemiah, you getting the word, you got some history. We got a history lesson. We got it broke down from its origins to the saintship to where it carried all the way up to the 15th century, all the way to where it's still being what? Carried on in the 21st century. The ones that I like that. The uncomfortable conversations are the ones that bring growth. And listen, I'd rather talk to you and tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying, than somebody else do, and tell you have truth. At least you can go here and say, well, I know I read that somewhere. Nehemiah, what I said, and then I'll put it in the class. I'll put these whole thing in the comment section after class. But let's go ahead and read it, Rock. We're at verse 8, bro.
Verse 8.
Uh-huh.
And the man that does any work on it shall die.
Right.
Whosoever desecrates that day, whosoever lies with his wife, or whoever says he will do something on it.
So how clear is that? Whosoever lies, how you become desecrated? Because aren't you unclean? Go back to Leviticus 15, right? If you spill your seed or sheaves in her flour when y'all having that transfer of fluids, you unclean to eat. So if you done had sex on the Sabbath, you unclean to the next evening. Some of y'all to walk up in church right after Saturday night humping on your so-called fake Sabbath, all kind of juiced up in your pants. It's just crazy, bro. So whoever lies with his wife or whoever says that he would do something on it, like take you out to eat, go buy you some drinks, buy you some roses, some candies, a ring, and you have all that ring stuff, bro. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't even get married like that. That's a whole other class. Go ahead, bro.
That he will set out on a journey thereon is regarded to any buying or selling.
What you think the people doing at that concert right now? In St. Louis right now, they got that old school concert. Who at that concert, y'all? All them old R&Bs. Boy, trying to get y'all in the mood so y'all can go home and have loin warfare. I'm bilingual. It's different. I'm not bisexual. I'm bilingual. It's not the same thing. Hey, boy. Hey, Israel gonna be showing out tonight, boy. They're gonna have their best lingerie on. They're gonna have their little toys and all kind of stuff, boy. You're gonna be like knocking at my door. Your neighbor know my name. Hey, boy, y'all gonna be out here clowning Israel, man. Going off. Go ahead, bro. So no, look, in regards to any buying or selling.
Or whoever draws water thereon, which he had not prepared for himself on the 6th day.
Stop. What do you mean that would mean today? So you done went there. So look, now check it out. And whosoever draws water, back then, in order to take baths, you had to go draw water. So now you done sit here, you done brought, sold, trade, sex on the Sabbath. Now you know you're gonna want to go take a shower. So you finna go draw the water, huh? You constantly adding sin on sin on sin on sin. I'm just saying, man. I'm just bringing it from. So back then, if you sex, no. I'm just saying.
No, I think it was just talking about like more of like, you know, you draw water for showers, you draw water for drinking, so
It's just a prep.
Yeah, it's a prepping thing.
Like right now. So look, when you got off work today, right, and you got home, right, can you just hop in the shower after you got off work and been done, right? And then just shower after sunset. I mean, because a shower lasts you a day, right? Okay. Now, you know, if you know, some people fancy, you know, they got them new hot tubs or whatever. So you can go ahead and put your water in your tub, turn your temperature on, and hop in there and your water already draw. I'm just saying, it depends on how strict you want to be. But I'm putting this in the mindset as after you just got through going to this concert tonight. I'm using the concert, right? So understand what I'm saying here. So you go to this concert tonight, you do all this buy, selling, and trading. You go and have all this, you know, after midnight stuff going on, right? And then guess what the next thing you do? You join you some water for a bath. But you still unclean the evening, even if you do wipe off for water. Then you'll get up in the morning and try to do some cooking. I'm just saying, are you gonna take it out to eat? It don't stop. When sin started leveling off, it don't stop. It's be sin. And I'm just trying to get you to see how the devil set you up for this grand downfall to where these type of sins will follow you into your afterlife. We're going to read that. Because you want to keep Valentine's Day. Now imagine how many you didn't kept before you came into the truth. Stop trying. Listen, you need to be thanking God even more, Lord. You done spared me from Valentine's Day and I didn't even know it. Because Valentine's Day, you do your most perversest things. I want to try something new, baby. It's crazy. Go ahead, Rob.
And whoever takes up any burden to carry out of his tent or out of his house shall die.
So that's cool. Just wanted to go over that real quick. Give me that Jubilees chapter 2 and 29. Jubilees. And this kind of makes sense with that Isaiah too that you read earlier a little bit. You got it? All right. All right, y'all. We finna read Jubilees chapter 2, verse 29. Do 28 real quick, and everyone who observes it. All right.
Jubilee 2, verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone who observes it and keeps Sabbath thereon from all his work will be holy.
Will be what?
Will be holy.
Will be what?
Will be holy.
And
blessed.
Oh.
Throughout all the days like unto us.
See this, right? So you need to be trying to, especially for those who came out the world and we finding the things that we should not be doing. We should be hurrying up and not doing it, because now that you're keeping the Sabbath, hopefully you can get enough in to set your life for right. You know what I'm saying? And thank God when you read in Isaiah, he tells you that your old sins I forget. You see what I'm talking about? Isaiah 43. So when you get to those old sins, he don't even remember those sins. Ain't you happy that the Lord don't remember your Valentine's Day that you used to keep when you came to him? Like, do you actually want the Lord to go back and replay any reel that you was doing? No. Thank God for that mercy. You see what I'm saying? All right, go ahead, bro.
Verse 29.
Uh-huh.
Declare and say to the children of Israel.
So this is clear. There's a declaration, and it's to the children of Israel, all right?
The law of this day, both that they should keep Sabbath thereon, and that they should not forsake it in the error of their heart.
So not even on your inward parts, you're supposed to be holding the Sabbath. Not entertaining, well, I wonder if I can. Maybe I should. It should be upgraded to how we think it, right? If and not saying a wicked thought won't cross your mind, but you're supposed to war that thing up out, man, get behind me. That's off. Right. You see what I'm saying? Not sitting here and say, well, I wonder. No, man, if it's off, it's off. Go ahead, bro.
and that it is not lawful to do any work thereon which is unseemly.
Right? And it makes sense, right? Because if your mama break down, or you know what I'm saying, you got to rush to the hospital, you know what I'm saying, something like that, that's not unseemly. You're not forbidden to do, you're not, forbidden to do good on the Shabbat. So that makes sense for it to say it like that. When you think about how Christ broke down, how the Sabbath should be observed. Like he was healing. That's not unseemly. You see what I'm saying? And he wasn't laboring for money. He wasn't getting coin for it. You see what I'm talking about? So he wasn't laboring. So I love the way that was put. Go ahead.
To do thereon their own pleasure.
There you go again.
And that they should not prepare thereon anything to be eaten or drunk, that it is not lawful.
There you go again. To draw what?
To draw water, or bring in or take out thereon through their gates any burden which they had not prepared for themselves on the 6th day in their dwelling.
Okay, so that's it. So look, now let's go ahead and hit that apocrypha, right? I'm gonna type that in the room real quick so y'all can see. We're going to the vision of Ezra 4 through 10. I think we're gonna read 4 through 12. It's in the pseudo. Let me see if SEUDEBIGRAPHA, page 587. Now I'm finna see, because there's a pseudo online, SEU, pseudepigrapha. There is a website. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see if we got the vision of Ezra is the question. This is the online pseudepigrapha, y'all. It has some of the books, but it might not have all of them, so I'm scheming through it. Don't look promising, brother. Don't look promising. Nope, it don't. Why? So, Rock, we're gonna read it. It's on that's the page right there, though. I gave it to y'all. It's the Vision of Ezra. It's on page. Let me see that book. No, you got that. I got this one here. It's gonna be in this pseudo book like this, y'all. We be using them sometime. So there's a 2-part volume. It's called the Old. There I go. The Old Testament pseudepigrapha, and the author of this one is Charles Worth, and it's like a blue one, and then there's the red book. It has the red writing. So that's what we're reading out of. We're on page 587. Hey, 2VI, you still here? Yeah, you still here. See if you got that online while we finna read it. See if you could post a link online where I can see it, click on it, and then also that the readers can find it, if you can for me. All right. And total rebuttal for your arms. Appreciate that. Most I bless you. All right, but go ahead. We're in that vision. Start at 4. 4, I think maybe we'll stop about 11 or 12. You'll know where I hear it.
The most powerful men were entering and passing through the fire.
Hold on for a minute. Can y'all hear him real good while he's reading this? Because I want y'all to hear this. Because this is Ezra talking about the judgment, right? Look up 2VR. I typed it in the room. It's the vision of Ezra. Is on page 587 in the pseudepigrapha for the red one with the red writing, not the blue one. Y'all can hear Rock pretty good? All praises. Yep, go ahead.
Verse 4 again. The most powerful men were entering and passing through the fire, and it did not touch them. And Ezra said, who are they?
Now, man, you remember Ezra was taken away and given a vision of what heaven and hell looked like, just like Enoch was when you read the book of Enoch. Ezra was one of them end-day prophets as well. So he was asking, who are these powerful men that are passing through here? Go ahead.
And Ezra said, who are they who advance so safely? The angel said to him, they are the just.
They are the who?
They are the just.
These are the powerful men that are passing through safely. Go ahead.
Whose repute has ascended to heaven, who gave alms generously, clothed
charity.
the
They're showing
naked,
charity. Mm-hmm.
clothed the naked, and desired a good desired a good desire.
Mm-hmm.
And others were entering that they might pass through the gates.
So then now there's another group of people coming through in hopes to pass through the gate like those men did. Let's keep reading.
And dogs were ripping them apart.
So wait a minute. So the next group of people that was coming through the gates was getting ripped apart by dogs. This is a picture of what hell and judgment is. And they ain't dying no more. So they getting ripped apart. They getting chewed on without dying. Like this, you already dead. But you getting torn up by dogs. Hellhounds is what they call them in some cultures in the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Some cultures in the Lord call them hellhounds. You're getting chewed apart. You ever seen Supernatural when they had the hellhound, they couldn't see it, but they was getting ripped. Imagine getting ripped apart, clawed in two, but not being able to die. See what I'm saying? Makes sense, don't it? Keep going.
And fire was consuming them.
So not only they getting chewed up, they getting boinked up. Not burnt, boinked.
And Ezra said, who are they? The angel said,
listen, y'all, I want y'all to hear this very closely. Who are these people?
The angel said, they denied the Lord and sinned with women on the Lord's day.
Oh my God. Let me get a 9 if y'all just heard what he said. The people that was getting chewed up and burnt up in the torment were the people who defiled themselves with women on the Lord's day. Who is having sex on the Sabbath? Let me see the raised in the hands. Yeah, that's how I feel. Bro, you got 6 days. Listen, also the Bible's written in the level of being a husbandman, right? Right, that's that mic drop. You till the ground. You got 6 days to plant seed, till the ground, put your seed in her earth. You catch what I'm talking about? Use your instrument like you would in the field. Plant your seed like you would in the field. You got 6 days to do it. What is so hard for giving the Lord 1 day? Sit your hot ass down. It's 24 hours, bro.
It makes sense why I would be so faithful. If 1,000 years, 1 day with the Lord, just think it took him 6 days to create the earth. To us, that's 6,000 years. He created it and perfected so perfect to how he wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? So on the 7th day, he rested. Like, why is it so hard to do? Like, the Father 24 hours, he did 1,000. He did 1,000 years.
Right, he did 1,000 years on the Shabbat. He did 1,000 years for 1 day Shabbat, and you mad about 24 hours Shabbat. Now, mind you, if y'all go back and look at that class on honor and humility, and also on my channel, but check it out on honor and humility, right? Where I said that it's just type in Nehemiah, you know what I'm saying, and then type in Sabbath. When I did that Sabbath class, it was me and YHWH'S up here.
I was there that night.
Mm-hmm. When I talk about when you sit there and you hear about the in-depth of everything that goes on with the Sabbath, it was the most highest day in all creation. Even the angels keep it. All the powers keep it. How come man ain't keep it? Everything kept it. The highest holy day ever is the Shabbat. Higher than Passover, higher than any of his Moedins. The Sabbath day is. So if you can't get no other day right, stay focused. 24 hours, y'all. He don't look that good. He ain't nothing but flesh. She don't look that good. She's nothing but flesh. Getting older and getting rotten. All of us ain't nothing but destined for dirt. Now you want your soul to be destined for dog whipping and tormenting? Read that again, huh?
The angel said, they denied the Lord, denied the Lord and sinned with women on the Lord's day. And Ezra said, Lord, have mercy.
Lord, have mercy
on the sinners.
You see, because imagine what he's seeing. He's seeing the tormentors tear these cats apart. And it had to be so horrific that even he had to say, Lord, have mercy on the sinners. Could you imagine how they was, when you know, I'd be like, they got what they got. Ezra already was told, you ain't got to worry about this. But it was so horrific that he had to tell the Lord, please have mercy on them. Because they catching hell for what they done did. All because you had about the best hour, and you know, most of them 2 minutes. As I said most of them 2 minutes. I said, oh man, I was anticipating it too hard. I was too excited, man. Hey, look, wait till I come back. You give me 5 minutes and some orange juice. You ever get my sugar back up? Yeah, man. Shabbat shalom, family, everybody that's just coming in. But yeah, man, listen, we have to be serious about this thing. Y'all listen, we take things too light. And the Lord is real serious, but it's easy. Y'all keep just did a whole class. That's about the simplicity of Christ. Just obey. It's not hard. Like Ebony, I love what you just said. He chilled 1,000 years and called it one day. You mad at 24 hours.
Yeah, like we got 24 hours. This
Some of y'all probably sitting there naked on the Sabbath like this. 2 more minutes. Oh wait. Girl, you don't know what I'm gonna do to you. Girl, 3, 2, 1. Hey man, y'all cats be going off, boy. What if your husband insists? Listen? There is nothing worth going to hell for. You see what I'm saying? Now, if your husband in the truth and your husband respects you, right, and you show him script, should be easy. Now, if you are unevenly yoked with a man that ain't in the truth, and hopefully he should love you enough to let you say no for one day. Unless you're talking about you being raped. See, that's something else different. But that's reality. It does happen. You see what I'm saying? Right. You should not be with nobody that should, but you listen. We know in Israel, they are people that are mated up with people that are of the world. Right? If you're mated up with somebody that's in the world and hopes, right? And hopes and at best, they should at least respect what you're doing. You're covering your head. You're trying to remain holy. You don't want no sex on your flower. You're trying to sit here and eat lawful. You're trying to, you know what I'm saying, do all the right things more. You ain't trying to steal, kill, rob, fornicate. You ain't trying to do none of that. So he can't expect you to have one day off. You can't give your thing one day off. Do I need to tell you what you should be on in? Now, listen, I don't never tell nobody to put nobody away, but listen, you can lawfully separate. Now, you can't remarry. He can, you know, but you can lawfully separate in hopes that he get it together. I miss her enough. I better not, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I love you enough to, you know what I'm saying? If you're on your flower, then we just ain't gonna kick it. I don't care how bad I did want it. You know what I'm saying? Just what that is. But you got some of those brothers saying, well, if you can walk through mud, you can do. Oh man, I done heard it all out here. Yeah, that's out here. That's out here. And you know, not even loving you enough, even if it come down, stop and back off. Just want to keep running it. Go ahead, bro. And that's not, listen, if a man is dealing with you sexually like that, that's an immoral man. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it for what it is. That's just immoral. A man can't love you one day for you to be right with your God, especially if he know you're a woman that's trying to be godly. You see what I'm saying? That don't make sense. But go ahead, bro. Yeah, give me that verse 12. I think one more verse.
And they led him lower beyond the
The 50th.
The 50th grade, and he saw in that place men standing in torment.
In torment. So I just want y'all to understand this is dealing with torment. So not only are you sitting here, what if you died tonight? What if you were sitting there having your Valentine's Day, get together? Like old boy who played for the Blues, right? He was just sitting there on the bench and he caught a what they call a cardiac event. I mean, yeah, I just been on the news for like the last few days. I don't watch hockey, but I'm just saying you never know when your time is punched. You see what I'm saying? Like we could be sitting here right now, and you might be out there. Look, you done drank. You've been smoking a little weed, or you done popped you a little something. You know what I'm talking about? You done brought, sold, and trade. It's like my people I told y'all about. They killed each other on the Shabbat. Is that the way you want to go to judgment? You want to go to judgment by selling, trade, committing adultery, and killing each other on the Shabbat? Is that the way you want to go see your creator? Man. So you want to go see your creator in your half red outfit, the other half is taken off, and you butt naked in judgment. Talking about what you was trying to get done on the 14th. Don't die. So it's like what was that movie? Mr. Died on Top of Me. What was that? Color Purple. That was Color Purple. So how did he die? On top of me. So you're going to have sex tonight and you die in it. You die in it. You in a judgment like this. With your pants down in the judgment. Man, don't go out like that. Don't go out like that, man. I'm telling you. You need to be doing this thing. Listen, if this is too much for you, then this ain't the walk for you. It's all right. There are other we had a little witch up in here not that long ago, with a little witch. A little witch. I ain't saying no bad words, she's a little witch. You know what I'm saying? Come over with that old praise. Oh, priest and this. And my man is an Egyptologist, and he's connected to my womb and all that. Yeah, there's a religion for that waiting for you. He'll drink your thing for you and everything. He'll do all that for you. There's a religion for you for that. This ain't the walk for you. You can go walk like an Egyptian. That is some walk like an Egyptian. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and deal with the Most High's will, because we shouldn't even be partaking in none of this stuff. So give me that first, let's get that Job. Is that Job 14? I think it's Job 14. 14:4. Job 14:4. So we can see
Job 13 and 14.
Oh, you do both of them, Job 13:4 and 14:4. Ain't that crazy how they back to back like that too? It's beautiful. Job 13:4 and Job 14:4. All right. So we read Job 13:4 and then jump to verse 7.
Job 13:4. Be ye are forgers of lies.
But ye.
I apologize about that. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
We forgers of lies. Right? Read that verse 7.
All right, verse 7. Will ye speak wickedness for Yah and talk deceitfully for him?
Man, it's a dangerous game we play. That's straight what our people are doing.
As if the Most High submit to you.
So I'm saying, sitting here living in lies, sitting here forging lies, positions of no value, speaking wickedly to God. I love you, Lord. What? Boy, you know if the Lord gave a smackdown, boy, you know how swole your chin to be? It'd be over with for that. Get that Job 14:4. Because I don't care, Friendship Day, this is what you tell your teacher for Bella. This is what you get this in Bella head. And who can bring a clean thing? I just read it. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing? The Bible says what? Not one. So trunk or treats and all that stuff like that and over with for all that. Whoever you yield your members to is who you serve, y'all. That's it. So you can't dibble and dabble. You know what I'm saying? Either you all in or you all out. How we been saying lately, ain't no kingdom of the graves. You in the kingdom of the light or you in the kingdom of the dark. All right, bro. And give me that Revelations 18. So now we got a good solid. Yeah, Revelation 18. Yeah, you start at verse 1. Probably 1 through 6. Just real quick. Just because, see, the whole thing, and it's New Testament. Is we're supposed to be coming out of this thing, bro. We're supposed to be abandoning and forsaking everything that America has going on. Somebody tell you want some of my Valentine's Day candy? No. You want some of my pork chops? No. You want anything that I got going on with any pagan holiday? No. Listen, the phone calls stop. They won't invite you to the barbecues no more. They won't invite you over to the Christmas dinners and Thanksgiving dinners. But that's okay. That is okay. Because I'd rather be right with God and be alone than be coupled with all the foolishness and in hellfire burning. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead and give me that Revelation 18. And this is the end of the matter.
Revelation 18, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lighted with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice.
He cried softly with a gentle voice.
With a strong voice.
With a strong voice.
Saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. Is fallen. And is become the habitations of devils.
How you know this true? Transsexuals, transgenders, alphabet sex. How many sexes on the record, Mally?
331.
331 genders on record. I could have thought it was only male and female, but right, male and female. You know what I'm saying? Now they got these others. 331 different genders. Then when these parents are letting their child choose their own gender, what kind of love is that? Did anybody say train a child up? So how did you train your child to be a transgender? See, that's that inner thing you got going on. And you projected that on your child. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And the hold of every foul spirit.
Every foul what?
Spirit. And a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Ooh-wee.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Right, because America is leading in this forefront of wickedness. Right? It's supposed to be the nation of nations or the superpower in the earth, which I think is utter hypocrisy. But, you know, that's the illusion they got. That's the illusion they brought into. You know, everybody's playing their part. Go ahead, bro.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
The leaders of the earth have committed fornication with her.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
So ain't that right? What's gonna be your richest days? Your pagan holidays, right? How much bank you think is being spent tonight, made tonight on Valentine's Day? Man, these people at their restaurants getting it, at their bars getting it, man, at their supermarkets, sex stores, novelties, what they call them, novelties. What's they call them store? Your malls, everything at the mall, Zales, K's. Oh man, they credit thing went through the roof. Could you imagine JCPenney's, Nordstrom? How much shopping for fragrances and cosmetics and clothing and Victoria's. Oh yeah, Bath and Body Works. I forgot all about those. Man, they made money. So now, how this is frightfully accurate over 2,000 years later, that the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Keep going.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her.
Partake with her.
Come out of her.
Get along with her.
Come out of her.
Stay cool with her.
Come out of her.
Come out of her.
My people.
My who?
My people.
He pleading with y'all, before he enter into a judgment. Come out. So it won't be no excuse in that day. I mean, listen, he's sitting back letting you decide. He said, choose ye this day, blessed or cursed. You know what I'm saying? Life or death. It's out of his hands. When somebody lay a charge like that in front of you, then you can't blame him. Well, Lord, it's your fault. No, brother, I gave you a choice. I done set so much in motion that you don't even fathom what I said before you. You want to remember? Then I said, this man, how did you say, like, this ain't the first time before you came in this truth that you weren't supposed to eat pork. First time you came in this truth, this ain't the first time you heard that you're supposed to not lay with women and treat them like prostitutes. This ain't the first time you came in and said, man, why are we keeping Christmas, Easter? Bro, this ain't the first time you heard any truth. It's just you didn't want to receive it then. That's why it says be careful how you entertain strangers, because you might be entertaining one of God's own. You never know who he gives to you to drop a message. Bum might walk up to you on the street and drop a jewel on you. But you shut him off because he looked poor. But then you read stories about Lazarus and the rich man, and I bet you the rich man in hell with his tongue on fire.
Begging for Lazarus.
Begging for Lazarus.
Give him
Gonna
a
drop a
on his
wall.
fingertip.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You understand? You understand me? Go ahead, read, bro.
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
So if you stay here, those people who have such a big issue with letting America go. In order to fill up your cup of righteousness, you got to empty the unrighteousness out of your cup. You have to remove yourself out of this thing. You can't have no part of the... Listen, let go of her weave. Let go of all... Man, bro, let it go. You didn't come here with a weave and makeup Jezebel mindset. Let it go. Well, it's easy. You're a boy. You ain't got to worry about all that. Man, I'm bald. I ain't trying to get no Heinz Wyman hair implants. I don't change my gray. You know what I'm saying? I ain't blackening my hair. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Let it go. Because guess what? It's all vanity. It's all vanity. Because listen, you trying to look like Becky. Becky trying to get implants like you, and both of y'all both going to the grave and to the hellfire. Because y'all won't let go of y'all ways of life. You see what I'm saying? You went in there drawing water. That girl like, dang it! I mess with my sister. I mess with my sister. I mess with her. I mess with my sister. She like, Lord, I'm going to get you here. Now go ahead, bro.
Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Her what?
Her sins have reached unto heaven.
And that's what happened. Listen, where did y'all hear that before? Where did y'all hear that before? Think about it. Where did you hear about that in the Old Testament in the book of Genesis? Where did you hear about those sins reaching heaven? Wasn't that Sodom and Gomorrah? Remember in Genesis 18, he came down, right? 18 and 19, supped with Abraham and sent those two angels to go handle their business. And then wonder why you get to the New Testament, it says it's going to be worse than it was in the day of what? Sodom and Gomorrah. Now read that again. It makes sense now, don't it?
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Just like it did once before. Go ahead.
And Yah hath remembered her iniquity.
Now remember, right? How was Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed? By fire, right? How are we supposed to be destroyed this time? By fire. It's not by accident, y'all. I'm not making this up. As it is written, so shall it be. Ain't America no different than Sodom and Gomorrah? All these orgies, all these homosexualities, all these wife swappings. Now, it's a mirror image of it. So listen, you can either do this.
Worse because they kidnapping women, and they still in the ovaries and the uteruses, and they put them in trannies. So it's worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Like,
Hey, look, why you think sex trafficking is so high? Why? Because sexual immorality is high. You see what I'm saying? And listen, this sex nature we have is so wicked, bro. Everything tonight is based off your sex flesh nature. And ain't we supposed to be denying ourselves? That's the whole reason why you fast, to learn how to deny yourself.
Yeah, it's like everything's over sexual now.
Over hypersexual. It's called hypersexual.
You can't listen to nothing on the radio. Everything is aimed to entice you. And then you can't watch nothing now that ain't got nothing with homosexuality.
Oh man, homosexual overtones.
Like, what the hell is this? Everything's gay.
Shalom, shalom, Dewan.
The Roblox that the babies play. So they got something sexual going on with that. I call them babies. Take it off them phones. Got me messed up.
And listen,
Everything is aimed at sexual perversion. Kama Sutra.
yeah, and it's of your children.
Yeah.
Pervert. Cause listen, if you pervert the children, guess what? You done conquered the generation. If you catch them as children and get them wicked there. Now, right now, most of us as adults, we can't even get the adults, even if you get them all this truth to come away from stuff they learned when they was children. You can't get them to leave Christmas alone, Halloween alone. You can't get them to leave. As adults, they still putting on costumes, having costume parties in the club. They just can't put it away. That's what I'm saying. But you see what I'm saying? You were so corrupted as a child that it carried over into your adult life. Now understand why the Most High didn't just kill the parents. He killed the who? The children too. You might think God cruel, but it makes sense. Because if the tree is corrupt, its fruit is corrupt. And he don't want that fruit to remain. Because then if it remains, guess what happens? It'll start burn seed itself and reproduce that evil in the world.
The Most High showed us, ain't nobody safe, not even children.
Hey man, ain't nobody say. I like how you said that.
What he say? I killed all the firstborn for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, he not sparing nobody, not even children.
You heard what our sister said? Even in Egypt, one of the plagues, the last plague that had hit Pharaoh across his head, all the firstborn died. So that was the youngin or the oldin. And not only that, he firstborn even across livestock. His firstborn judgment was so absolute, it even hit livestock. Animal kingdom had to pay for it. Our sins affect this whole world. I want you to understand that our sin affects the whole world, even in the animal kingdom. Just like our sins corrupting the world now. Our planet is dying.
Yeah.
Atmosphere is dying. Oceans is dying. Earth's getting unbreathable. Ozone dying. We and our sin is destroying everything around us.
Because when he sent Adam and Eve out the garden, he didn't just send them. He sent the animals, the birds, and all of them. He dropped everybody from the garden.
Hey, everything
got
to go
to the places that was designed for them. So that tell you right there, like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't just drop us; he dropped the animals too.
Yeah.
You know, like everything you touch. You know what I'm saying? So it's out of order.
This show was a song, Labanat.
The ones who was able to cover our shame, but knowing that we was naked. You know.
You know, it's the other side of that too. It's the righteousness that the Most High pass on down to our children. For the Sabbaths, how the dietary law and things of that nature. That's why we got to keep that going. You know.
Train.
Yeah, that's why we got to train them inside our.
Hey, what page is that on Josephus? That's Josephus talking about that when we talking about the birthdays. We were just talking about that in favor of Josephus on the it's against Oppion. I'm in the right place. Section 26. Hold on, bro. I might just turn right to it. Now this is talking about birthdays, but I want you to hear. Okay, I'm here, but I need book 2. That was book 1. All right, book 2. All right, y'all. So look, check this out. I'm gonna read Josephus, right? This is a New Testament. during the time of Christ historian, right? Now, what Rock was just saying, I'm reading this as a witness to that because listen, also remember the Bible tells us to train up a child the way the child should go, right? And Ebony, we were just talking about birthdays earlier, right? So check this out. This is why you heard the sister say, no, we just don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? All praise. But this is why check this out. So this is Josephus, and I'll pass it to you when I get done.
Okay.
It says, nay, so you can write it down, you know, the page number and all that. Nay, indeed, the law does not permit us to make festivals at the births of our children, and thereby afford occasion of what? Drinking to excess. But it ordains that the very beginning of our education, our training, should be immediately directed to sobriety. It also commands us to bring those children up in the learning and to exercise them in the laws and to make them acquainted with the acts of their predecessors in order to their imitation of them, that they may be nourished up in the laws from their infancy and might neither transgress them, nor yet have any pretense of their ignorances of them. It's 26.
Okay.
Write that page down. I know you'll be able to get your notes on.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, what Rock was saying is absolutely right. From the infancy, we should be training our children up in the imitation of our predecessors, which is keeping the Passover, Purims, the feast days, keeping the Shabbats, how to do the Shabbats, prep your food, do all that, do all your work, get her done. You know what I'm saying? So when they get to it, they're properly trained up. Just like how they walk up to you, shalom, that's a training. You see what I'm saying? They know how to cover their head, you training them. When they turn toward the east, they're training them. Don't get mad, y'all. I know some of these words are harsh. Yes, train your child. Stop being cool with them. Them children ain't your buddies. Hell, your buddies turn on you. You don't even know how to make good friends as grown-ups. Definitely ain't gonna be no good making your child your friend. I remember that one video. Mama, why you acting Caucasian? Flavors Josephus, it's a historian.
No, I know that.
I think it's Mally's.
Oh,
Oh, Mally ain't the part with no books. Yeah, you ain't even going to have. You might as well write down the ISN. Hey, look, right out, was it the ISBN?
I wrote it down.
No, get the book Social Security number and order you one.
Okay.
Come here,
I got a Prime member. Yeah.
go ahead, baller. Prime.
You know.
All right. So we see how the Most High, definitely want to keep us separated from everything, right? So we kind of got that foundation. Give me Proverbs 3 and 31 and 32. Yeah, that's good enough. Proverbs 3, 31, 32. Shalom to the Rabbah for your arms. Proverbs 3, 31 and 32. Just the foundation. I'm going to run through a couple of quick hitters. Because listen, we are supposed to be separate from this nation, y'all. We are not supposed to imitate anything that this nation. Listen, if everybody like it, I don't want it. Everybody love pork chops. Everybody loves squimp. Everybody love squimp.
What?
Shrimp. She thought I was saying it on purpose like that. You know how squimp. You know what I'm saying? They love everything wicked, man. Listen, my best friend's gay. What? You ever heard your partners tell you that? Some of my best friends are gay. I ain't saying, I'm just saying you got regular friends, but I done heard people like, my best friends are gay. You know, I look at them with a jaundiced eye like, what you really got going on? Because you know it's a spirit, right? Spirit like the trap. See what I'm saying? So you got that?
Proverbs 3 and 31.
31 and 32.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy not. Yeah, I'm going to go back to share screen mode. Go ahead, bro.
All right.
I'm just getting this caught up.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the forward is abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous.
His secret is with who?
The righteous. 33.
That was it right there. I'm just going here real quick. I'm just going to reread it so they can see it. Since we back in doing like we script now, we done went through everything else and shipping, screen sharing, so we get back in the script. So Proverbs 3:31, envy not thou oppressor. Envy, do not want them, don't covet it. That's what envy is. And this, what's the Negro's main problem? That envy is spirit. You gotta have everything that the Joneses have. He got a Denali, you want a Denali. You know what I'm saying? He got jewelry, you want jewelry. He got a bad, you want a bad. You know what I'm saying? He a hustler, you want to be a hustler. But a man of the Lord who educated upbringing is of righteousness, you don't want to have no part of that. Envy not thou oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Not some, the ones I like, but the ones that kind of cool. None of his ways. For the forward is an abomination to the Lord. So now you don't want to, you know what? I'm just not in the place where I'm trying to be abominable to the Lord. If Israel has not realized we have done too much already, we deserve all the hellfire we get. I ain't even lying to you. Somebody got to play the 2/3. Everybody playing their part. Somebody got to be the one that don't make it. Somebody got to be over there. Pray it ain't me. So give me that Deuteronomy 32. We just gonna hit some real quitters, y'all. Don't keep y'all too much longer. Because I want y'all to understand that the Most High is a separatist. Oh,
Right.
oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, holy itself means set apart. Wait a minute, the Lord is a separatist. We just heard that he hates iniquity, he hates sinner and the sin. Let me hit this Amos 3 real quick. Go ahead and get there, Rock, that Deuteronomy 32. And I'm going to take our people to Amos real quick. So you be like, hey, well, Nehemiah didn't make it up. You got to get used to this thing. Amos 3, right here. So check this out, everybody. Amos 3, so you'll say, Nehemiah over there making stuff up. Hear the words that the Most High has spoken against you, O children of everybody. Oh, no. O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt. So now we know he ain't talking about nobody else. There's no other people he has done like that. Right? Verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities, which makes sense. Because if Didi or Mally or Rock or, you know what I'm saying, E-Baby saw their kids out there doing something with some other kids, you're going to call your children to you and chastise them. Because you ain't whooping everybody else's children. Because remember, he appointed gods over all the other nations. So they acting the way their gods are and all that. Let them get whooped by them. I'm going to whoop mine because they my children. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, give me that Deuteronomy. Let me get that real quick. I just want that quick down thing. How to show me. Boy, moving now, boy. 32, 8, 9.
Deuteronomy 32, verse
Whoa,
8.
let me read this and make sure. I might have been tripping. Oh, you know why? Because I'm in the wrong. My bad. Nah, we good. Verse 8. I was in 33. I was messed up.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
How hard is that to understand? And I love how it went all the way back to Adam. Well, we all come from Adam. We all sons of God. No, he divided the nations, y'all. You know what happened at the Tower of Babel, right? He divided the nations, and he set the bounds according to a certain group of people. They are who? the children of Israel. Read that verse 9 for me, brother.
For the Lord's portion is his people.
Is his who?
Is his people.
And who is these people? Read that next word.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Esau.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Not Ishmael.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Yaakov. Not the white man, but Jacob. All right, let's get that Leviticus 20:4. Hey, look, y'all, look, this that hard pill. Look, these are scriptures you want to write down about God is not dealing with everybody else. If you ever want to run in this Bible right now, what I'm doing right now, it's going to take you through so many scriptures where you're going to learn that God is not about everybody. Him not about everybody, though. Because in the Apocrypha, it tells you clearly that those other people of Adam are as spittle. Spits. They're spittleites. So give me Leviticus 20:24. So y'all, right now where we at, we learned about what today was. We learned about what's going on. We've seen the level of all the sins that are being done today. And then we were being told to be called out of that and not be a part of that. And like Maddie brought out, which is actually so correct, the word holy itself means set apart. You see what I'm saying? And he called you to be ye perfect, be ye holy. Even in the dietary law, be ye holy.
Leviticus 20:24.
Uh-huh.
But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land.
So remember, he sent Israel to go into the land of Canaan, right? To conquer it. So you shall inherit their land.
And I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am the Lord, your power.
I am Yahweh, your Elohim.
Which have separated you from other people.
How hard is that to understand? How are we being Greek and Romans in all these boules, all these what? Fraternities, all these Roman and Greek Valentine days? How are we being this? And listen, you have a powerful God that the whole world know and don't believe because you know the way they going. But they know him or heard of him. It's just the Bible. Have you heard of it? Ain't that what he always say? It's just the Bible.
There's a book called the Bible.
You ever read it? You see what I'm saying? So God has separated you from every other people, y'all. You can't make this up. That's how cold you are. Give me Genesis 28.
Oh, praise.
See, and then if you know how special you are, you might act different. So hopefully this will bring that out. If you realize that you were actually made better than everybody else, you were chosen above all people. Yeah, you are. You are better. Man, look. Well, give me that real quick. One verse is gonna run through these scriptures so these people can get all these good old lessons. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Help me out. You got that? I sent you. So you take. I'm gonna hit Genesis 1. You get 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. We're gonna throw it back and forth like that. We got about 40 more verses. We be done.
I know. We're going to
Genesis 28 and 1. I'm gonna read that real quick, and then he's gonna lay them back and go to 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. 6 and 17. Now you know they only one verses. Now if you're here, we'd be reading the whole book. That's it. I'm sitting down. So it says right here in Genesis 28. And Isaac called Jacob. So we still go to that Jacob guy again. Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him. It's like that New Testament talk, ain't it? Maddie was doing a whole class about that. We need to be charging our people to righteousness, to works, to acts, to parts to play in the ministry. You see what I'm saying? And charged him and said unto him, thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. How big is the land of Canaan, y'all? It's Africa. So everybody say, look, yep, ain't snatching no other Negroes of another nation. You've been called to be set apart. If he don't want your fabric mixed, if he don't want you sowing the same seeds in the same ground, if he don't want you doing all, the Lord is a separatist across the board. That's what I'm saying. You ain't supposed to be mixing yourself with other nations, taking on wives and mixed marriages against God. Yes. Yes, it really is. Mixing seed, yes. Mixing fabric, yes. Mixing doctrine, yes. He is a separate God from everything. He is Echad. He is one. That's just what it is. And listen, you got the prophets on record, Nehemiah and Ezra, kicking those half-breeds up out of that deal. I'm just throwing that out there. Don't hate me, hate the Bible. You might just find out you might not believe it like you thought you did. And that ain't my fault either. Blame yourself. All right, so we're going to hit that 2 Corinthians. You good? Okay, I'll praise you. 2 Corinthians, and White Rock, I'm going to read that to you. I'm going to go to her.
2 Corinthians 6-17.
Boy, I love this quick thing. I'm nervous.
2 Corinthians 6-17.
Is this the New Testament?
Wherefore, come out of from among them.
There it go again. We didn't even get to Revelations yet. Paul, he's a teacher of the Gentiles because God loves everybody. Well, why is Paul on record saying, come out from among them? And be ye what?
Separated.
Be ye joined in.
Be ye separated, saith the Lord.
And do what?
And touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
And what?
And I will receive you.
Read that next verse.
And will be a father unto you. And ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty.
How plain English is that? No, not my God in the New Testament. Not sweet Jesus who died for everybody. You ain't read the Bible because he came to save his people from their sin. Now, all these other nations can come and serve our God. There will be righteous Gentiles. I'm not ever teaching that. But they're not you. They don't get your blessing, your covenant, your glory, your honor. Yeah, listen, man, it's okay. We've been their service all these years. Look, the Negro today is a happy servant. So, boy, I'll be on the highway tripping. You people, you see how many Negroes speed to get to work? Right, man. How many people crash out trying to get to work to make the white man rich? This ain't hate speech, y'all. This is truth speech. You see what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what my God has told me in reading his word. Be ye separate, come out from among them, and I will be your God, and you will be my sons, and y'all will be my people, and I'll be your power. It's not hate speech. It's just the Bible. Acts 17-26. Let's run it. Well, you want to get all these down, boy. Well, God loves everybody. He just wants all of us to get along. What God is you talking about? Not the God and the Lord I know. The Lord and God I know say, get away from them cats. Hurry up. ASAP. Right now. And this is right back at what we just got through reading in Genesis. Acts 17-26. He has made one blood all nations of men, talking about Adam, for to dwell all on the face of the earth. but he has determined the times before appointed and bounds of their habitations. They that should seek the Lord is happily that might feel after him and find him, though he be not far from every one of us. So I'm saying, so again, he said everything came from one man, but everything was bound by, and he divided the nations, y'all. So again, people say, well, everybody came from Adam. I'm just giving you little stuff to put in your little. See, you understand me. So we're gonna hit this Exodus 23. Exodus 23.
Verse 32.
You got it. Hold on. Scrolling down now. Ready.
Thou shalt not make no covenant with them.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Did we read that in the Apocrypha and the Maccabees? Where did Israel go wrong in the Maccabees? And where you get the Feast of Dedication from? We went to make covenants with the heathen. And it's in the Torah. Why are we making covenants and we already under covenant agreement? Wouldn't there be a breach of contract? Ain't that how we're breaching our contract? Always trying to get somebody else in on our covenant. But we be going off. Go ahead, bro.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods.
Nor with their what?
Their gods.
And now, who was the god of Valentine's Day again? Start with a J. Juno. Yeah, it's a goddess of women and marriage. So everybody who are keeping Valentine's Day in the exact same ritual format is worshiping Juno right now. All your Valentine keepers are Juno pagan god worshipers. Sacrificed and dealing with Lupercalia with a goat and a dog, so the great men of Rome can suck some dog breast. Negroes is promoting Roman pagan dog breast sucking. You see what I'm saying? This is how your evil, and listen, now how we always be talking lately, you know what I'm saying? That, listen, why is y'all giving the devil legal grounds to petition the Most High for your destruction? And guess what the Most High gonna say? Have your way. Because he can level charge on you at any time. Look at your people. Look at those people you sent your son to die for. Look at those people that you chose to give a covenant to. And they down there loving every other God but you. They don't regard your word. Hey, keep the commandments or die trying. Because you're going to die. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of gonna keep they ain't gonna believe y'all, you know what I'm saying? So,
and listen, we got examples that it can be done. Wasn't Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah still found to be a righteous man? So you can live among unrighteous people and not be unrighteous. You just have to be as stern as that. Ain't no excuses, y'all. The Most High gave us too many examples. There's no way you keep getting caught up in the same mess. Because the Bible done played your story out already. They are not grievous. They are not grievous. They can be kept. All right, let's go to we're gonna stay in Exodus. We're gonna go to Exodus 34. 12 through 15. Because listen, y'all, when we understand that we're not supposed to be a part of all this, then hopefully we can wake up. And as a man, thinking, so shall he be. So we need to stop thinking ourselves as this. So this is in what you would call the Torah, Exodus 34, and we're gonna start at what's this? Verse 12. Oh, snorkelites. 34 and 12. So take heed to thyselves. There you go, right there. Lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land whither thou goest. Did we just read that in the New Testament? Don't make a covenant with them. Then we also see that what happened in Maccabees. What happened? We went off, became Gentile because we did what? Made covenants with the heathen. Right? So what did you learn today? Not to make covenants with the heathen.
don't celebrate Juno.
Juno. You didn't get it, Juno.
No, we don't celebrate
Juno.
strawberry.
Juno not to do Juno. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land whither thou goest, lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee. Because that's what happened. Because guess what happened? Next thing you know, we were trying to be just like them. You see it in Numbers 25. We joined with them. And we came back and said, we just kicked it with the heathens. They sure know how to party. Oh, they do?
You're supposed to look at their customs and them as if they're seen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I gotta stay away from all this. You're supposed to look at their customs, their way of life, their worship, everything they do. When John desire. Like, oh no.
I can't do it.
We don't do that. Oh, what is that? No,
I don't
even want to know. We don't do that.
Hey, look.
Look at it as if it's seen.
Exactly. And stay away from it.
Y'all good.
Don't want to kick it with the righteous.
Nah, I'll be over my co-righteous brothers and sisters. We'll talk about how I come up in the next book.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah.
This world was created for many, but the next world created for few.
I'd rather be broke together. I want to see
Boy, rich in head. I'd rather be broke together than rich alone. Boy, hallelujah.
I want to be with the few.
Hey, look, man, look. Because it's a snare among you. Listen, we have many stories in our histories where we see that we joined or even took any kind of covenant with these other people.
It kills us.
And yes. Separation, segregation, or what? Should we be like them? Should we integrate or separate? What does the Lord say? Separate. Separate.
But you know, that's just, you know.
But it makes sense, even the wheat and tare analogy. You got to separate yourself. Go ahead, Rob.
You just see our people so much. They want to kick it with other nations and wickedness, but you know, they don't even want to deal with Israel.
Why I used to hear that all the time. I had my greatest fun with the white people.
Yeah.
They buy all your drinks. Go ahead, though, my fault.
No. I was just, you know, putting it out there, and it would just make me think about how this.
Because we don't even want to hang with each other like
What's
this.
the chick
They
name?
don't want to date Becky because she ain't got no mouth.
Yeah, what's the chick name
Want to date Becky.
who said something about Snoop Dogg, not a king,
Gayle King.
Gayle
not Gayle
King.
King. It was this other lady who was
Susan Rice.
right.
Said she got an army for Snoop.
Now she gonna say she got
Dang.
an army for Snoop,
For Snoop Dogg.
but then
But she married to a he. She married to a white boy. That much she got an army for Snoop.
but she ain't
What
got
he
no
said.
army for the cat who shot Mike Brown though. You know what I'm saying?
No, she got on film.
She ain't got no army
Or
for him.
George Zimmerman.
Oh, George Zimmerman. Yeah, she ain't got no.
That's
She got
sick,
an army for Snoop. just
Snoop
to-
Dogg. We're going off on Gayle King. Hey man,
That's crazy.
put fire on Babylon.
That's it.
That's what just was said. So Exodus 34 and read that 13. But ye shall destroy their altars. So when you walk into the house, what you just heard me talking about last week?
Break it up.
Nehemiah, don't come on my house after January the 2nd. They say you's a terrorist. You go kicking trees down. Yeah, you're supposed to be destroying their altars, breaking their images, and cutting down their groves. For thou shalt worship no other God. For the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. 34 and 14, I just read from the read 34 and 15 of Exodus. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go whoring after their gods. Bro, that's what we do. Israel has not proven God wrong at all. Huh? You know what we do. Listen, there's always a compromise when you do what? When you integrate. When you integrate systems, don't you have to compromise? Some got to give in order to get. What you think happens when you get a white man marrying a black woman or a black man marrying a white woman? Even if he knew he was Israel and then he married a white woman, guess what he got to start doing? Integrating. He got to start what? Well, you know, my kids are half white and half black, and so I don't see nothing wrong with them keeping her culture and mine. What? Can you divide their soul up on the day of judgment? Bro, I'm telling you what I've seen with my eyes, bro. Am I lying out? Am I lying, ladies? Because that's what happens. What you think a Chinese man and a black woman got doing with each other? She wants soul food and he wants Chinese food. I don't think he do his ancient Chinese secret on her. He gonna pull his ancient Chinese secret out. Ancient Chinese secret, huh? Oh, they turned me 4 and 12. It's hard, huh?
That's hard. So we got on the record that being order.
Yes, it is.
How you try to play it like certain people got away with it fast. It's on the record. It's hard.
It's on record.
It's on record. It's order.
And then you go back to them Jubilees, you was put to sea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unseasoned, unwashed chicken. You say
Toby 4 and 12.
Toby 4 and 12.
All right.
We wasn't even tribe hopping back then.
Right. He stayed in the same tribe.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's funny? Even and let it alone. What did Samson father tell him? Out of all the daughters of Israel, you can't find one. You want this uncircumcised Philistine? Now Philistines are black women.
That's right. Like we told David,
I would have gave you more wives.
see what I'm saying?
But you should not have
You
took
want to go choose Becky. See that?
the black Becky, because these are black nations. So I don't want Israel to get confused that well they black, so it was okay to go kick it with them. No, bro, listen, if nationhood is deeper than color. You see what I'm saying? It's blood. So if God don't want you to mix seed, mix this, mix that, listen, white blood and black blood ain't even the same. Today you call it blood types. Bro, you ain't supposed to be mixing all that stuff. And you can't put no O negative and AB positive. You a killer.
Can't mix no apple seed with no orange seed.
Can you mix bleach with ammonia? Boom. Blow yourself, kingdom come, boy. Well, you have hazmat at your crib. Psalms 147, y'all.
Psalms 147, verse 19.
Let me get his. Let me get his. This is Israelite 101 right here. This is one of the first scriptures you learn when you come to Israelite walk. Yeah, I'm here, bro. Go ahead, let it rip, brother.
Psalms 147, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
There go that Jacob guy again. All right.
His statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
There go that Jacob guy again with his name changed.
He hath not
Dealt.
He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Ye Yahweh. How beautiful is that?
So David praised.
The Most High.
Not true about this. When you read that in Hebrew, it says hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? David praised the Most High.
For not dealing with no other nation.
But that him not choosing no other nation. And
But the Negro today,
David is a man after the Most High's own heart.
that's what it says.
His name actually means beloved. Now people say today, dude.
Yeah, beloved.
That's another way to say David.
Mm.
Dude. Dude. Or Daoud. You hear me say Daoud sometimes. It means beloved. Now this man is a man after the Most High's own mind. And he just praised the Most High. For he have not known no other nation.
Dealt with any other nation.
And as for his judgments,
They have not known them.
Praise ye the Lord.
Hallelujah. But today, the so-called Negro, Israel, conscious or unconscious, want to sit in the congregation with the nation that God ain't dealing with. And in the book of Lamentations saying that should never come into the sanctuary. You will never find in history, except when we was conquered, where a Gentile went into our sanctuary. But today we love it. How are we being set apart and we want to sit along, sing along, and get along? And we just found out that it's whoredom, and we found out that it's a snare in the midst of us. You ain't got to include the white man in every meeting you got. Have a place that's set apart. We had a white man walk to this very door, and he got turned right back around. And they get mad because our women sit over here, and our men sit right here. I just pulled up and missed it. Oh, I heard it and took it to heart.
Rocky wasn't hurt either. Oh, man, y'all missed it that day.
He had fringes on and everything.
No, you ain't getting me no food.
We ain't that congregation. We ain't that. You with the wrong alphabets. White people with fringes. Yeah.
Hey, but look, there's a court for the believing Gentiles, right?
There is an outer court.
So trip out this. That's what we got online for.
That's what the online presence is. So a Gentile could be with us online, watching, following, believing. It's outer court. Just like the women. The women only went so far in as well. And then the men. But not even the men can go where the priests go. You catch what I'm saying? There's levels to it. Hey, y'all should see this boy Mally faithfully on that Gentile. Hey, Mally, man, come over here, man. Show your people how you look, bro. Bro, you got, bro, OG call. I got OG call, Mally, man. Hold on, y'all, man. Y'all got to come and see Mally, man. Hold on, man. Mally, come and do it. I'm going to turn the camera, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. They already see you now, man. Hey, Mally was sitting in that chair over here, y'all. Hey, y'all, watch this.
Look, I'm by the door.
Hey, y'all, watch this.
Somebody sent them, but I'm by the door. I'm leaning back, reclining. It's Shabbat morning. And I see somebody come to the door. Hey, you already know. Hey, feel me? You don't even get past this threshold. Let's get it. Just chopped it up with them. Just let them know how y'all heard about how you heard about us. What's going on? Who sent you in?
Where you been?
Yeah, we chopped it up a little taste. I
Yeah.
told him, I said, look, it's a court. It's an outer court for the believing Gentiles. You feel me? Being we ain't got an adjacent building, the court is online. So
You catch what he's saying?
You can get online and learn and listen, you know what I'm saying? But up in here, we got look, we as men got a right to defend our children, our women, and all that. I asked him, you heard about Dylan Storm Roof, ain't you?
Walked right
The
on up
white
in
boy
there.
went to church and killed all that. I'm like, man, look, so we can't have none of that up in there. If you want to serve the God of Israel, you want to learn, then learn online.
Right.
Learn online, but you can't come in here. This is the sanctuary.
Hallelujah.
It's the sanctuary. You can't come in here. And I'm like, well, who sent you? Because if you've been watching us, whoever sent you should have told you, like, look, they ain't gonna let you through the door. But yeah, he tried to come through the door. You know, he had his them Sefer Bibles. You know, those Sefer Bibles everybody carry. And y'all gotta be careful with them because Matthew 1 says Joseph was Mary's father. And then in verse 25, he laid with him.
Man,
So he came in there with a seat one, you know, them blue books.
I know exactly.
Sefer Bible.
Sefer.
Read Matthew 1:16. It says that Joseph is Mary's father. So he came in there with that with his little ZZs hanging. I'm like, hey, no, you. I'm like, no, this ain't. So then my you know, it's a barber shop next door. Oh boy, he asked me, he said, are there white Israelites? I said, no, there ain't no white Israelites. He said, yeah, because somebody came here last week thinking this was the Bible study. I said, yeah, he came next door right after that. But we had to sit him straight. Now, look, other nations going to serve our God, but they're going to be had in what? Possession of Israel.
Possession.
You understand? And in the sanctuary,
they ain't up in there.
There's outer court for you. And being we don't got outer court, stay online. If you want to learn, stay online. He was offended. He asked me, "Do we think Esau's a white man?" All that extra. I'm like, look. If you really want to know what we teach, get online and understand what it is. But yes, learn about the connection between Alexander the Greek and Esau the Edomite grandson Amalek. If you learn that connection in the Bible, you'll see why we say what we say.
It's a war on who?
Yeah, Amalek.
It's a war on Amalek.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm back. I'm reclining. All praise to the Most High.
That face right there.
Like, hey, look, I don't know who sent you.
What man of heathen?
I don't know who sent you, but they told you wrong.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, we'll wrap.
We'll wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll wrap. It is what it is, man. Hey, look, Judah said he was in slipper mode. Hey, Judah said you was in slipper mode, bro. Judah talking about, I sent them, now what? You ain't sent them here, come with your guns, brother. Judah, if he would have came with you, brother, you would have got stripped of your stuff. Well, it made you drop down and do some bench presses or something, or push-ups or something. You hear me? No, man. Hey, boy, that was funny. And he did better coming with some black face skin on and some and a fro. Yeah, man. But most sides are straight separatists, man. So you got Deuteronomy 7:1-6. Go back to sharing screen. We ain't got much more, y'all. I'm under 3 hours.
3 hours?
I'm under 3 hours.
Good. Let's stay under 3 hours.
I got 30 minutes there. Cool. I got 34 to be, Deuteronomy 7:1-6. It's just the Bible. That's Israelite 101 too. 7:1-6. Mm-hmm. And these are black nations too, y'all. I gotta go, yeah. Look, you know what you hear tonight? That you are holy, set apart, and different from the rest. Because you was chosen because you are the best. And you ain't got to be messing around with them Gentiles on their pagan holidays. Oh, Khan with Khan. Khan with Khan. You always do. You always do. So you ready, bro? That's on me? All right, it's all right. So Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1. When Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, Hittites, black, Girgashites, black, Amorites, black, Canaanites, all black, Perizzites, black, Hivites, black, Jebusites, black, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. And when the Most High thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, not sleep with them, not make marriage with them, not make covenants with them, not spurn weapon with Saul when he didn't go in there and completely destroy what God told him to destroy. He got snatched. Yeah, he dropped him. Thou shalt smite them, not make love to them, not learn to be like them, not kiss them in the mouth, right? Having babies with them, and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant or marriage with them, nor show mercy unto them. Ooh. Neither shalt thou make, there it go, marriages with them. And these are blacks, but they're other nations. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his sons, nor his daughters thou take unto thy sons. For they, and this is, man, your Lord knows you. He created you. Because we just talked about that compromise, right? For they will turn away thy sons from following me. Y'all notice how it is, right? That boy get a hold of some of that different cuckoo. That boy over there doing just like Solomon did. And in Nehemiah 13, it said that was a great sin. You read Nehemiah chapter 13, that great sin that Solomon did, because he had got those strange wives, those other women.
Yeah.
And what did he start doing? Bringing in a worship into the temple. Now, mind you, if the integrated, yeah. Now listen to this, y'all. Solomon. I want y'all to check this out. Solomon, right? Solomon was what? The wisest, richest man in our culture, right? Yeah, I heard them. I say, what I just say? Okay, I'm on it.
About Solomon on Amazon.
There you go, Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
There you go, Miss Amazon Prime. Little pinky. Hello. Did you learn that from a Gentile? Oh my God, you still keeping the wave of the Gentile? You on your little, what was that? That gold, remember, what was that little movie with the little? That's your sorority finger? I can't stand it. No. Deuteronomy 7:4. That's our people, but she ain't that no more. She's out of that. For they will turn away your sons from following me, and they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Most High be kindled against us and destroy these suddenly. Right? But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, break down their images, cut down their groves, and burn their graven images. For thou art an what? Holy people, set apart people. That's right. Unto Yahweh thy power, that the Most High thy Elohim has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Every Israelite on this channel should be clapping right now. Every Israelite should be clapping right now. For thou art a holy people, thou art a chosen people, thou art special, we don't mean remedial, and thou art above all people. So you think that you better than us in the words of Mally? Yeah. Yes. Yes. You don't say. Precept. Read it. Oh, you want me to bring it up?
And after thee, Adam, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest the Lord of all creatures, of him come we all, and the people whom thou hast chosen.
Yep. And then the other one said they are like spittle.
Oh, keep going. Oh.
Read down to 56.
Okay. All this have I spoken before thee, oh Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sake.
For whose sake?
For our sake. As for the other people, which also come from Adam, thou hast said they are nothing.
They are what?
Nothing.
So,
but be like unto spittle. Spittle.
So why y'all like over here having sex with spit?
Man.
I want to take on the waves
Like
of spit.
the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
This ain't hate speech, y'all. This is truth speech. It ain't hate speech, y'all. It ain't hate speech, y'all. This is truth speech.
Why you want that way?
All right. Y'all over there making love to spit. Oh, spitter lights. It will set you free. All right, bro. Where we going now? Ezra 9:1-12. Hold on, let me get there. Dun, 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 dun. That was an old speed racer. Yeah, I'm trying to go fast. All right, Rock. Yep. Blowing it up.
Ezra 9:1. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the land.
Stop. Now we just heard the orders, and boy, that's the Negro Israelite all day. Ain't this us? I just told you to separate and destroy them. And so now some of the people that supposed to be, well, that are trying to obey, right, come right to the prophet. Prophet, the princesses and the people and the priests, they ain't separated from them. Go ahead, bro.
Doing according to their abomination.
Your Lord knows you, man. What'd he say? They are a snare for you. Here we go again. Every time we get to messing with these others, we fall. That's a shame. You know, it's a shame here it is in the 21st century. We ain't figured that out. That when we look back and you talking some Black history moments, right? Look back here in St. Louis at Kinloch and Western when it was all Black. Thriving nations inside of a nation, right? Now, we live here. What do Kinloch and Wellston look like now? Destroyed. A wilderness of dilapidated buildings. Following the heathens to move out where they at. Now, most of them went moved out in Ferguson with the white people, right? I bet you Mike Brown wouldn't want to live there right about now if he can come back.
The city officials.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing but Negroes first.
That's it.
And listen, and the police force is white. And who catch all the hell? We do. Because we wanted to go out there because they was out there at first. It's like in North St. Louis, this was all white.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Brother, we ain't.
Generation here don't know that.
Oh, well, they heard tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They learned tonight. What about Rosewood?
It was a time when West St. Louis was all white.
Yeah. North St. Louis too. Like the last, Fairground Park, they had race wars in there about the swimming pool. Yeah. Yeah. All your North Side schools today are all white schools. Mm-hmm. See, when they get it, they smart. When they get a whiff of the Negro, they gone.
They need to be gone.
So check this out. He says, have not separated themselves from the people of the land. Instead, we doing what? Everything according to their abominations. Go ahead.
Even the Canaanites,
Uh-huh.
the Hittites,
Uh-huh.
the Perizzites,
Uh-huh.
the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the
Calm down, y'all. Go ahead.
Amorites.
See what I'm
Verse
saying?
2.
Uh-huh.
For they have taken of their daughters of themselves.
So here it goes. So remember I told y'all Ezra has had an issue. Him and Nehemiah. Let me throw a rock at them over there. Ladies, throw a rock at y'all. So Ezra, remember I was just telling y'all that he had a problem with that mixed marriage stuff, right? So it said right here in Ezra 9, and I heard what? You go back to 2. I jumped the gun.
Verse 2. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons. So
There you go.
the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands.
Ooh,
Yea, the hand of the prince and rulers have been chief in their
trespass. So again, now how much more clear is that? Sitting here mingling holy seed. Your sperm is holy. Meant for Israelites. You got holy wee-wee. Why are you giving your holy wee-wee away? Then your mama tell you not to give your goods to everybody. Why is you giving your holy sperm to people? Hey man, Israel be going off, bro. And I guarantee now there's an Israelite and some Gentile right now. Right now. What? Man out there, Juno God is worshiping out the chain. I don't even understand how you want that little pink. I leave that alone. So anyway, next verse.
What we at?
And look what Ezra said, man. I read because you probably go to the next.
Verse 3, right?
Yeah, verse 3. Because look what happened when the prophet heard that we done mixed our holy seed with these nations. Guess what he did?
And when I heard this thing,
When I heard this thing,
I rent my garment
ooh-wee,
and my mantle,
ooh-wee,
plucked off the hair of my head and my beard, and sat down astonished.
boy, you had to be sorely vexed. You hear what this man did? He was so vexed to hear that his people have slept and made babies with these other nations. Not only did he rip his clothes, he ripped his mantle. Not only did he rip his clothes and his mantle, this man plucked out his own beard and pulled out his own hair. You think I like the Three Stooges? He pulled like what?
Why would he do that if it was all good?
Why would he, bro? I want you to see how he did that. Bro, he's so pissed about what happened. He pulled his hair out and his beard out. And nigga did what? We looking over his old glass. What?
I'm telling you. And then with Nehemiah
Oh man. Hey.
Cursed them, beat them, pulled their hair out. Like, look.
And got their children up out of there.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Hey, y'all gotta get up out of Israel. And he ain't play about the Sabbath. If I catch y'all one more Shabbat trying to sell any damn thing, I'm gonna beat the living dog off. Me at the gateway. Guess what happened? There was no more selling on the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So right here, I just want y'all to see how serious that is. Is that he did not play. Imagine, see today, a nigga get him a white. Oh man, that's my dog. Hey man, you did good, man. You got you a good one, man. Yeah, man. She look good. I bet she don't talk bad to you and all this, and she'll let you do whatever you want to her. Man, your ancestors tore his own hair. Huh? What? Oh, I thought you were talking about pray for the man that slept with the white woman and his children. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I don't know. She's a Prime member. She's a Prime member. Oh man, this cat named Shaul Israel on Facebook. Hey man, y'all remember I showed y'all that? This dude hate polygyny. I'm talking about everywhere in the Bible I show him, bro. He kicks against it. But guess what? He love his snow bunnies and they snow monies. That's its word. I'm gonna show you the text after class, man. Hold on, man. Right, you got the next scripture, man. Hold on, man. I'm finna look and see if I got the text, bro. And look, listen. Old boy who make that camera thing, that dude from England, you know, that touch camera, whatever. He did a video exposing the cat, showing all the deposits he gave him, and this and that. Cause I uploaded it to my channel with his permission. That same dude hollered at us. We loaned him some at first. I'm like, man, this cat keep asking us for money. But you love snow bunnies? Oh no, man. Hold on, man. Hey, Sister Didi say he must love unwashed chicken, unseasoned chicken too. Where we at, Rock? Call it out. Oh, here you go, y'all. Come here, look. I'm gonna take this off the camera, so I'm gonna stop sharing for a quick second. Man, you can't make this up, bro. Hey, look, check this out. So let me go back to the screen. All right. Now, no, okay, I don't show his number because I did want to have enough respect. All right, how this go? All right, now if y'all can see this, I said, look, I told him I don't do polygamy or teach it. The Bible supports what? Monogamy and polygyny. Can you see it on that right? Can y'all see can y'all see it on there? I'm on the right thing. I say, look, this is him talking because his name in the purple. Shaul Israel. It says damn, I'm trying to read it. And I still love them snow bunnies and snow monies, which is a thick white girl. Then he called me a damn liar because I said the Bible supports monogamy and polygyny. I can't make this up, y'all. I can't make this up. I can't make this up, dog. This boy he was pissed. Because I went in on him about this white boys. I mean white people. Him was so mad. Him was sorely vexed. So yeah, we finna go. We only got probably about 5 more verses. And they short ones. Just here to quit us. Cause I think y'all got it. All right, now let me go back to sharing. Hold on. Share screen. I got 15 minutes, Didi. She told me to stand to 3 hours. You know I'm sitting down.
It's a part-time job.
Hey, I'm seasonal. 1 Kings 11, and we just doing 1 and 2. All right.
1 Kings 11.
Yeah, these and look, a lot of this is gonna sound the same, but until we get it, until we get it. Let's get it.
1 Kings 11, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
But King Solomon loved many strange women.
Error. Reboot. This is where he went off. It was called a great sin in Nehemiah 13. Great, not sin, great sin. Go ahead.
Together with the daughters of Pharaoh,
Egyptian black.
women of the Moabites,
You already know how they came about.
Ammonites, Edomites.
Oh, no, he had Edom.
Zidons, and Hittites.
Going off.
Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel.
Stop right here, because everybody goes, all y'all with y'all, I love mixed marriages. Here you go. Let it rip.
Ye shall not go into them.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I had to drop the mic real quick. I turned it off. It was a short drop. Matter like this boy, drop that mic, I'm killing him. Hey, look, read that for me one more time.
Ye shall not go into them.
Ooh wee.
Neither shall they come in unto you.
Ooh wee.
For surety they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love.
See what I'm saying? So we get to see, and you know it's true, bro. If you never kept Christmas and you get with a heathen or either heathen mindset, you know Israel could be Gentile too. If you get with that, they're gonna want that. Like what you have most Israelites, right? They got carnal, what's the word I want to use? Carnal mates. Whether it's man, carnal woman, or Israelite woman with a carnal man. What are y'all mainly always arguing about? What the child gonna keep? What the child gonna do? What the child gonna follow? Well, it's my child too. I want them to learn what I learned. Even if it's wrong, man, well, that's how my family brought me up. I want to raise my, and listen, he makes a good, or she makes a good argument. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm telling you no. Because I am in charge as a steward over this child's life. And this one would not go on my book. You can hate me for it, you fight me for it, but I'm stern where I'm at. The child is your possession. Stand on it. All right, now let's go see that Nehemiah 13 I was just talking about. Nehemiah 13. Yeah, I mean, I said it a few times. Might as well take them there. Near. Did I start back sharing the screen? Oh, yeah, I did. I'm over here playing with the cursor. We're over 26. We're 27. We just for the meat of it. 26 or 27. I'm finna look. 27 for the meat. Great evil. Did you see what this called? You can't make this up. But do 26. Go ahead and do 26 and 27.
Nehemiah 13, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?
Mm.
Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his God. And Yah made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin.
Now listen. Many people are running here and try to use this as justification for sleeping around with the Gentile. Because he says God still loved him. But I want you to actually look at Solomon's story. I ain't saying God didn't love him, but God dropped a bomb on him. Right? What happened that affected Israel until Christ came? Because of what Solomon did. It rent Israel in half. And that split lasted hundreds of years until Messiah came back to gather the lost sheep or to bring the wild branch and natural branch back together. That's how heavy that sin was. You Negroes can't even bear to deal with a sin like that. As much sin you got on your jacket. He loved God and feared God, at least tried his best. He was rich, he was wealthy, and God showed him favor. He was wise. So if the wisest man can't get it right dealing with heathens, how you simple-minded just found out you now Israel Negroes trying to lay with white women think you got this game and gone with it. Well, you got it gone, but you ain't got no game. Read that 27.
Verse 27. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all that great evil, this great evil,
Yeah.
to transgress against our Yah in marrying strange wives?
It don't get no simpler than that, dude.
Straightforward.
He ain't call it evil, call it a great evil. It had to be great. Polar Ezra ripped out his beard and hair dealing with this situation. All right, but we got a few more, man. Give me Matthew 15. Let me see where I'm at. I think we got the idea. You got 8 more minutes.
Hey, big brother, you know this is an excellent.
All praises to the Holy Abba. So we're going to Matthew. Yep. Yeah, 22 to 27.
Matthew 15, verse 22. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, the son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That came from the master's mouth.
He is sent. He ain't sent to no other nation. He only sent to that.
So yeah, we good right there. That's all I'm talking about people to see. But you know what? If y'all got to understand, overstand, and understand so far, you know what? We can stop there. I only got like 3 more verses. You want to try them? Give me Joel 3. Let's do Joel 3.
Joel 3.
Joel, Joel. I know probably Mario said Joel. That's why I spelled it. And we're going to do 17 through 21. I am.
Job 3 and verse 17. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your power, dwelleth in Zion.
Dwelleth in who?
Dwelleth in Zion.
Dwelleth in Esau.
Dwelleth in Zion.
Dwelleth in Zion.
My holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy.
Then shall America,
Jerusalem be
Egypt,
Jerusalem be holy.
Jerusalem be set apart.
And there shall no strangers pass through her anymore.
So if God is on this here, why you think he ain't on it in totality all the way around? No strangers supposed to be passing through us. Keep going.
Verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day
Prophecy.
that the mountain shall drop down new wine, and the hill shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with water, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim.
Which still is around in Jerusalem. Hey, Yaki did an excellent breakdown of that class. I'm about to get the name of that class and send that back out. Yaki, like, man, you know where the marriage gonna be at, the wine coming from. Excellent class. The valley of Shittim, yeah. Go ahead, verse 19.
Verse 19. Egypt shall be a desolation.
So why niggas is trying to be Egyptians? Why was this so-called Israelite woman up here with an Egyptologist? When it clearly says that Egypt shall be what?
A desolation.
Dust buckets. Go ahead.
And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness.
I want to marry the white man. Go ahead.
For the violence against the children of Judah.
See?
Because they have shed innocent blood.
So why are you trying to covenant, marry, be part of, partake in anything that has shed innocent blood of your people? Like, I couldn't even lay with it. Like, again, I ain't sitting there saying everything white is wicked, everything black is beautiful, because we talking about black and white people. This ain't no, it's about nation. You know what I'm talking about? But there is nothing wrong with the solidarity of your people according to how your God meant for it to be. What can you say about it? Are we reading the Bible or are we just sitting here talking? Let's keep reading it.
Verse 20.
Oh my God. eBay. This girl about to knock the icebox off. Go ahead.
Verse 20. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood.
I should do what?
I will cleanse their blood.
So all that mixed, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Israel will be pured out. Listen what's being, bro, I'm not making this up. It can't be okay if the Lord tell you I got to cleanse it at a blood level. Go ahead, check it out.
For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed. Let me start that over. 21. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed. For the Lord dwelleth in Zion.
So we already know why it is happening, right? Because the Lord cannot dwell where wickedness is. The Lord does not deal with mingling like that. So guess what he has to do? Do what he never, because remember says, in that day. This is prophecy. So in that day when Israel is getting redeemed, right? We get to 1 Corinthians, we get new bodies, all that. He's cleaning us out. You know what I'm saying? All that mixed up. Remember, we read in those books, man, listen, those mixed seed of the children are damned. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just the Bible.
You can't mix
You can't. And listen, I don't know if anybody ever read these type of scriptures before. Hey, look, Let me get a number 9 if you read that script before and never tripped off, that you're going to even be cleansed at a blood level. And the blood, the life of anything is in the blood. I don't know if anybody got it. Shabbat shalom, big O. That one must have flew over their head. Ain't nobody responded to that one. No, I mean, chip off that Joel. Read that Joel 3:21 again. And trip off of that. Exactly. That's what the Bible says. It's just what it says.
Verse 21. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed.
So why are we trying to mingle our blood with everybody else? All right, bro. Give me that 2 Thessalonians 3:6, and I ended there. 2 Thessalonians. I turned to the wrong page. Yeah, I know they can be heard, right? 2 Thessalonians. Oh, yeah.
2 Thessalonians 3:6. Now we command you,
So now we getting commanded, huh?
brethren, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly, and not after traditions which he received of us.
So we supposed to walk away from that, separate from that. Anything that's disorderly according to our traditions and our culture, we're supposed to be set apart from that. So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end it on that. I'm gonna read that Psalms 5 again. Yeah, because that Psalm stuck out to me. It was real. It was real for me when I read it. It probably make a little bit more impact when we read it this time, after going through the class itself. So let me go ahead and get my thing there. So what y'all think, man? What y'all think? Valentine's Day is all good. Worshiping Juno. Sexing on the Sabbath, buying, selling, and trading. We already see what happens even in the afterlife. We had a vision into the afterlife, the vision of Ezra. Then on top of that, we're supposed to be separated from these nations. Never, never, never mix with them. How do we get to that point, y'all? But now that y'all know, guess what? Nehemiah can go quietly because I can always say to the Lord, that blood ain't on my hands. I told him, sir. So, all right, y'all, we finna get ready. All praises, Jerry. All praises. All praises, Cassie. All right, family. So what we finna do is go ahead and read this Psalm chapter 5. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my little Nehemiah vocal spin on it. And we're gonna go ahead and get this in and go out and enjoy the rest of our Shabbat. Sit here and just be, pray for your people, man, because they don't know what they do. I mean, ignorance won't be no excuse, not in this world or the next. You see what I'm saying? So, Shabbat Shalom. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get this thing together. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we do. Turn toward the east if you here, or wherever you at. Turn toward Jerusalem. Oh. All right. How we looking out there, y'all? Put them two on punishment. All right, y'all. Psalms chapter 5, verse 1. Give ear to my words, O Yahweh. Consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my Elohim. For unto thee will I pray. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning. O Yahweh, In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. For thou art not an El that has pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell in thee. That's why your blood had to be cleansed. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speak falsehood. Yahweh will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into thy house, into the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple, as we do now. Lead me, O Yahweh, in thy righteousness, because of my enemies. Make thy way straight before me, before my face. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre or grave. They flatter with their tongues. I love you. Destroy thou them, O Elohim. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. And let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. Verse 12. For thou, Yahweh, will bless the righteous. With favor wilt thou compass him as with a shield. Hallelujah! Selah! Yahoo! Man. I'm saying this prayer again in the morning. I ain't even lying, bro. This prayer just sticks out to me. This prayer just sticks out to me. This prayer sticks out to me. I'm going to read that precept, Labanawa. It said, Sirach 12 and 6. I'm going to go ahead and read that real quick. Hallelujah. Yeah, buddy. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Woo. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Man, how y'all feeling out there, y'all?
Good.
Yahoo! Man. Well, okay. The prayer was the part that made 8 minutes.
Look at you.
The prayer made it 8 minutes, y'all. I kept it under 3 hours, I believe. Sirach 12 and 6. Yeah. I'm having fun on the Shabbat, y'all. This is my John Wick. I don't even know how I came up with that name. This is my John Wick. This is me fighting against the whole world like John Wick.
That's right.
So I'm trying to walk down there real quick. John Wick, it's almost 12 o'clock. Oh, look, I ain't lying, it is almost 12 o'clock like it was in the movie. It's 11:48. Yeah, man. Hallelujah. Hey, listen, man. Rejoice that you are a set-apart people. Walk with your head up because he has called you to be above all people. I know, Jew, they want to dress like the heathen now, man. Lola Tove, hey, Tuvi, I appreciate you sitting here watching the room. And Poppy, I think she was in here watching the room. Shouts out to all my admins who kept the room in order. Thank y'all for all that stayed here and buried with your brother for the time doing. And we be back to see y'all in a few more hours. Anything else? All praises. Everything good? All praises, we good? Anything you want to say, Rob?
Hallelujah. All praise to the Most High and His only begotten Son. Christ is the conquering King.
Yahoo!
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah!
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom from the audience. All right, all right. All right, family, man. Love all y'all indeed and true. Finna talk a little mess with my brothers and sisters, and then I'm out of ease. All right, shalom, family.